As the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like. Sharing is caring, baby. Mama said there would be days just like this. Let's ride and let's walk with me. Come on. All right. Let's get it. The fame, one thing we all adore. Something worth dying for. Come on, baby. There's nothing but pain. We're stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. That's my favorite song, baby. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation Grove? Yeah. Hey. Oh, come on, baby. If you think long, you think wrong, baby. That's on me, baby. Come on. All right. Let's get it. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight, baby.
Read it, run from it, bust me around all the same.
What more do you want from me?
What should I say? I am.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
All right.
They have all the assets and
VIP, baby.
boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it will.
Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party, baby. Let's go, baby. Appreciate everybody. All right. Appreciate everybody for being part of this episode. Of course, we're going to talk about See Dangerous Lamb. Of course, we're going to talk about how the Cowboys, if they don't get their mind set and mind straight with what they supposed to do with one of their top players, then they're going to pay more. That's just how it goes. I don't make the rules. I'm just saying what I know. And the Cowboys been fiddle-following around and playing around with this. And the Cowboys been in that stick in the mud, been stuck in this situation. Now, granted, the Dallas Cowboys, they have every right to have reservations on their table or plates or however you want to call it. But first and foremost, here's the problem. You said, Cowboy Nation, you said, I didn't say it, you said that you like your guys. And when you say those things, you got to pay your guys before other guys get paid. That's just how it goes. And if the Cowboys refuse to do that early, then they're going to have to pay it up. Was scanning through a few of my videos, and I was saying the same thing last year about this very much so same topic, that the Dallas Cowboys must get in front of this. If not, then they're going to be sitting back paying more money than what they don't want to do. And granted, I want Lamb to get paid. Now behold the Lamb, the precious Lamb, and it is what it is. And the Dallas Cowboys, this is a ongoing situation, not to beat them up, but this is a thing that we got to all talk about. And if we don't get in front of this, ladies and gentlemen, these things will keep reoccurring. And I hope that you guys understand what I'm talking about collectively. And the Dallas Cowboys, with all of this, I just want to pull this up right quick. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And if this your first time ever tuning in, be sure to hit the like, share this content. That's all of the orders of law. And you don't even have to subscribe, but hit the like and share. You know, if you're going to be here. Ain't that's right, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you hit that subscribe button, that's cool and all, but like and share. And let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe and beyond. My team, the team that we don't like, that we love, right? The team that we all sit back and we wonder, hey, can this be our year, man? Can this be the year, man? I know every year, man, we say this is our year, you know, but can this be the year? Rex, baby. I can't take this no more. All right, so Warren Sharp, great analyst, good guy, brings up a lot of stuff far as, you know, his stats and accolades that he present on the X app and beyond, Sharp Football. All right, so earlier this year, Devontae Smith signed a 3-year for $75 million. We wasn't really sitting there saying, you know, okay, wow, ooh, wow. But we were saying to ourselves, hey, Cowboys, you wait too long. Hey, that price is going to do this, you know. And, of course, Devontae Smith, I heard a few Eagles fans just last year, in the previous year before that, they were saying basically, hey, he's better than Lamb. You know how they get that community right there, man. You know.
Swallow that.
That community, man. But neither here nor there. Devontae Smith got paid. I would tell you this with the payment. It's not that far off for what he got paid from what we paid Michael Gallup, believe it or not, like Ripley's, you know. So that's just how the Cowboys pretty much roll too. Nevertheless, on April the 24th, Amon-Ra St. Brown got paid. 4-year, $120 million. Now we start sweating a little bit. We were like, hey, how much that brother got paid? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Jerry!
I want me some glory hole.
Well, hey. What's going on, Jerry? And then when AJ and them, this is AJ, what seat at the table for AJ? That's his third time or second time back at the table. Out of all of these boys, AJ the one that's winning. AJ got another deal. Wait a minute now. So you mean to tell me that the Eagles were crafty enough to pay their quarterback, to pay their tight end, to also pay their second wide receiver and their number one wide receiver without blinking? How, man? How are they able to do this, man? What's going on? Who's managing the books over there? You know, I need that person to do my taxes, man. Come on, man. Hey, at the end of the day, you got to give the Cry Eagles Cry a little credit. You know, you got to give them just a little.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
I just wanted to see him. At least he admit that we are the better team. You know, that will always be in the minds and the hearts and soul and sinews of thoughts over there in the Eagles community. By far, Monty is probably one of the better Eagles fans that we know of, right? But just to be real with you guys, you know, hey, flap the hat for those boys, man. One more time, man. Flap the hat, because we don't hear them talking about money. Let me know if I'm lying. We don't hear them talking about money all the time, man. The Cowboys, we talk about, we got to pay our guys. Hey, we got to find money under the couch. Hey, we can't pay this guy because of that guy. And here they go. They give Jalen Hurts $250 million. They don't even blink an eye or bat an eye, that's a better way to say it, and paid Devontae Smith. They've already paid their Dallas Goddard kid, and they already paid A.J. Brown, Twine for your mind. Good grief. That's crazy. And then, of course, Nico got paid just the other day. 3 year for a $73 million guarantee, something like that. That's crazy, but that's good for the Texans. And then you have Jalen. Did I do the dance right? Waddle, roll tide, baby. 3 for $85 million. And then I see how many roll tides on that list. You see about 2 roll tides on that list. So yeah. Go to Alabama, man. Go to Alabama. Bama, baby. But when you think of all of this, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about how you approach the situation. It's all about how you approach the situation. The thing is, for those who have resources, for those who have remunerations coming in, money, for those who are not worried about that particular bottom thing that we call dollars, they don't talk about it. They say, hey, baby, you want to go to Tulum? Yeah. Hey, you want to go to Cancun? Yeah. Right? They don't sit back and say, hey, I don't need to have this spleen removed because, it's going to cost us money. They don't care about those small little things. They go out and they spend the money because they know it's going to be beneficial to them. When they go look at the floor plan of their house or they look at the garages and they say, okay, do you want a 2-car garage, 3-car garage? They don't go back and forth and say, hey, the money. But for those who don't have the money, they start talking. Hey. And I get what my guy's saying. Action Power, appreciate you. Law, it could be CeeDee is waiting on Jay Jetta. It's not his choice to wait. It's not his choice. It's the person who's writing the checks. Lamb don't have a no trade clause on his situation. The Cowboys at this point of time got the upper hand, and they should move accordingly, right? They should make an offer that, hey, you don't have to worry about who else is getting who else. Because at the end of the day, Jay Jetta can get $500 million. It's not as glorious and profitable as the silver and the blue and the star on the side of the helmet. Because nobody cares about other teams. They only care about the Cowboys. The 3-ladder, the 4-ladder, crooked ladder, all of the ladders only cares about the Dallas Cowboys. Look, we haven't played in months now. And we are still the subject matter, right? We are still the topics of everybody's conversations. The Mavs out there trying to win playoff games, and they are, right? And they bringing up the Cowboys. That's just how it is, ladies and gentlemen. So that's how it's supposed to go. But if you think long, you think wrong. The Cowboys have every opportunity to make this slam dunk and put the pressure back on Jay Jetta and his boys, right? But if you wait and you are worrying about what else someone else got in their hand, play the cards that you have dealt, right? Play the cards that you got in your hand. Cut your grass. Don't wait for your neighbors to cut theirs. And then you say, hey, I'm going to cut mine because they cut theirs. No, focus. Focus on what you need to do. Because if you start, look, here's the true story. And you can apply it to your lives, right? The reason why the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror is because you got to look forward. You can't be looking back and saying, okay, I'm only going to use the rear views. No. You only glance, look, and you keep it moving forward. Press forward. Do the things that you're supposed to do. You can say, hey, I'm going to take care of my own. It is cheaper for me to extend. If you were to go ahead and pay CeeDee last year when he was available to get paid, you wouldn't even be in this conversation. You wouldn't have to be going back and forth and say, hey, man, I'm worried. Hey, I got to sit back and see what Jay Jetta is doing. Oh, no. We gave him a unbelievable deal last year, and now the pressure's on them. And the truth could be said to even with Dak Prescott at that time, right? If you were to say, hey, before the end of life of contract, and newsflash, one-on-one, just me giving you guys a business tip on this end of it, right? If you wait to the end of life of any contract, regardless whether it's football, basketball, if you got a plumbing services, right? If you got a lawn services, if you wait to the end of life of the contract, multiple things can go wrong. And it could go right. But 9 times out of 10, there's reservations when you wait to the end of life of contract, and that's across the board. Financially speaking, contractually speaking too, and that's you can go from A to Z on that. You can pull up the FAR, you can pull up anything that you want to do as it relates to contracting one-on-one. And the Dallas Cowboys, they wait to the end of life to start negotiating. There's rules and principles that you got to abide by, right? Look, you can listen to Terrence Howard all you want. But gravity is a real thing. And shout out to my guy, Terrence Howard. Jump out of a plane without a parachute and say, yeah, man, according to this particular theory, that I'm going to be safe. Yeah, right. Yeah, on the afterlife, you be safe in the afterlife, right? But that's where the Cowboys are at, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. So the Cowboys themselves, they're going to have to figure this out. And that's just what it is. Even though you look at what my guy CeeDee Lamb been doing, I think the world of him. Like I said, his trainer is working real good with plethora of different receivers too, by the way. Yes, indeed. Oh, he's working with Tank Dell. He's working with Stephon Diggs now since he's in Houston. He's working out with Nico. He's working with a lot of receivers, Keon Coleman, and as well as you guys can see, he's working with Lamb. So shout out to him and shout out and salute to all that he's doing with all what he's doing. This is what my guy said during the off season, right? Like literally the off season. Plethora. Look it up, if you don't know what plethora is, and shout out to those who understand. All right, let's go.
I think you're a top 5 receiver, obviously. Who's your top 5 in the league?
I like Devontae for sure, and he knows that. We've had plenty of conversations. That's my favorite receiver in the league, and I'm in the league. Tyreek, can't forget about him. Steph, Diggs. He's tough, bro. He had 500 in 3 weeks, bro. Did I say Jamar already?
No.
My 5th receiver. You gotta go Jets. I ain't even say Jets yet. My fault, bro. No disrespect, gang. But he knows what's happening. You don't just win Offensive Player of the Year by luck. You know who's really a sleeper, though? Wardell Robinson from New York. He's so fast, but he's so nice. His routes is crazy.
Man, that's him on the just paying homage to all of the wide receivers, letting people know that, hey, he's a humble guy, right? And he's not finna get back and forth when saying that he's not the best or he is the best. CeeDee and Lamb in his mind, man, if you ever speak to him, right, he will tell you that by far he's the best wide receiver. He ain't gonna say anybody else, but that's just how he rolls. But let's play this audio, man, from my guy, RJ. Let's rewind over to the beginning.
In their heart of hearts, they somehow still believe that playing for the Dallas Cowboys is worth this discount, and that Dak will change his mind, that CeeDee will change his mind, that Micah will change his mind, despite the fact that, they have a 0% batting average in this particular realm. I mean, they have lost every major contractual dispute, which is also an argument against Jerry Jones, the general manager, if you're kind of still playing that game. And so this is super obvious. I mean, anybody who has access to the internet understands the way that the market works relative to the NFL or sports in general. And the Cowboys seem to be the only team hell-bent on kind of peeing into the wind in that respect. In their heart of hearts.
Jerry Jones and company, they have an issue. The issue is belief systems. The belief system is that the Cowboys can use the shield that can trump any contract negotiation. And they can say, okay, we can get this discount rate. We can get this savings rate if we wait to the end, squeeze them, let them know that we can provide media. We can provide individual 53 brands. Shout out to my guy, Jesse Holly, for coining that phrase, 53 brand, right? You can have your own personalized logo, image. Man, we will support you. We will even be an angel investor for your business. All you got to do is when it's time for us to, pay you, take the discount. The discount is already in front of you. Law, what do you mean? In order for you to get the discount, the Cowboys must M-U-S-T, approach it differently. They must come early. Pause if necessary, to all of those who say, hey, Law, you said that word. But they must come early. And they must come early with this mindset and approach. If we offer you something, and this is something that we don't know if they naturally do this, but according to how the Cowboys move, they don't offer anybody an early out. They don't. They wait to the end of the contract because they are with this archaic mindset that deadline make deals, right? And I get it. That probably worked in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, right? And some parts of 2000. But these new folks, these new kids, man, on the block, and these new agents, no, they always trying to look what's best for their client because they don't just represent that individual that play for the Cowboys. They represent everyone. You see, everybody talking about right now, they are talking about, hey, let's go ahead and pay Micah Parsons. Let's go ahead and pay my guy, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. But they got another one growing up right in front of them. And his name is Deron Bland. So the earliest possibility that you can get to even Deron Bland will be beneficial before everything's get muddied in the water. But going back to the subject matter at hand, the earliest possibility to pay Lamb was last year, right? The earliest possibility to even pay Dak Prescott was last year. That's the only way that you can get that discount that you're looking for. It would have been 45 to 50 last season for Dak Prescott. And matter of fact, you could have stolen for an all-time low because he was going through a terrible situation. And I'm talking about before this season kicked off. I'm talking about Dak Prescott at this point because here's the reason why. Who led the league or tied the league in INTs? Oh, it was Dak Prescott. He was coming off a terrible situation. He broke his thumb. Of course, they was going through a whole bunch of stuff. That would have been the ultimate time, the supreme time to hit Dak Prescott up in Todd France and say, hey, I got you pinned against the wall now, baby. Yeah. So it's about to be, this is what we offer you, and take it or leave it. But no, they allowed him to not go through those negotiation points, and then they allowed him to play this past season, which occurred to be an all-pro season. So now, instead of his market value being anywhere between 45 to 50, now it's starting off at 55 to 60, unfortunately. That's just how the market moves. And the same could be said with CeeDee Lamb. And I get it. CeeDee Lamb and his people right now, they are saying to themselves, it's no rush for me to sit down and do the negotiation and do all of the talking because we already know where we are at. We are getting paid more and more money, more and more cheese, because they know for sure, even from a stat aspect of it, that they are way better than a Devontae Smith, way better than a Amon Ross St. Brown. And to a degree, from a stat line for your mind, they are better than A.J. Brown, far as accolades and stat lines from last season, right? And they're a little bit, I think he's a little bit younger than A.J. Y'all can put the age down between the two. But A.J., he rich. Boy, he's rich. And then on top of that, with Nico Collins, his numbers are better than his. Jalen Waddle, his numbers are better than his. So as everybody get in their bag, the Dallas Cowboys sitting back waiting and saying, okay, we're fine with it. Yeah, but be prepared to pay the money. On top of that, on other news, man, the other night, my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports, want to show him a little love here. And Dak Attack, appreciate him. He says, ready for the season to improve. Run defense and defensive tackling will be the increase.
He's ready for the season.
He ready.
As long as all these new defensive tackle coaches and all the help we got coming in is going to actually solidify that middle, man. I think our season is going to live and die by, are we going to be able to stop the run? I think that we're going to be able to stop the run better than we could last year. So, yes, we're ready for the season.
Yeah, all right. That's why you do the Kool-Aid last, though, you know. We were talking about the Kool-Aid, you know, and preparing everything. And I'm telling you guys that, you know, when you look at this season, it's still too soon to judge. We switching up topic lines right here. It's too quick to judge right now. Two areas that I'm looking for the Cowboys to improve at: stopping the run and running the ball. Those are my two areas that I want them to. All right, so Clarence Hill Jr., he says, Michael Parsons is not at OTAs today. Mike McCarthy doesn't seem happy about it or what have you. And then these are the response to it. Who cares? Who gets a pass? We really got to stop with OTA news. It's voluntary. They capitalize voluntary. And if you follow my guy, Boss Cowboy Sports, this all ties in. Now, Boss Cowboy Sports, he had an episode last night, got a chance to hear pieces of it, and he was talking about measured Kool-Aid teas, and then he was talking about what are things considered respect. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. And when you really think about it, right, some people will allow certain things to happen. Some people will not allow certain things to happen, right? And when you start talking about Parsons and you bring up Parsons, there are a few guys that will look at Parsons as a distraction, right? There are a few guys that look at Parsons as generationally talented, right? There are a few guys that will say that, hey, when you think of Parsons, you think of a dude that can race to the edge. He's generationally talented. Every season, he'll get you at least minimum of 12 to 13 sacks. So that is something phenomenal. That's something that this team need. We all need edge rusher guys. We need people that can make impacts in big games and big moments. And then there are things that we can all sit back and say to ourselves, hey, when you collectively think about this, what are we doing? Parsons is not the issue. Coaching on how they utilize and use them, right? But the other thing is Dallas is different. Dallas is different. And if you're from Dallas, put D in the chat, put D in the chat. And we talking about all of it. Like you could be from Arlington, or you could be from, Funky Town. You can be, from Waxahachie. But if you from Dallas area, I'm talking about a 90-mile radius, right? If you from this area, put D in the chat, right? So that, we can all be on the same page, right? With what I'm about to say. I got HyperX. He's from Dallas, man. Appreciate you, man. And Alexander, appreciate you. Cowboys Club TV from Dallas, appreciate you. Fabian, appreciate you, man. Okay, Common Sense from Dallas. Big D is Prime. D214, iRock, appreciate you. So we got a lot of guys that's from this area, right, that watch and tune in to this channel. Kamish, he's from Dallas, but he moved to South Carolina. Shout out to him. 65 Grove side, you know, Pleasant Grove, and all of them, man. Oak Cliff, Stiff Cliff, all of the cliffs, man, you know, and all right, Richardson, Texas in the house, man. So we got a lot of folks, man, that's from this area. Now, if you're not from this area, when you first get here, you think that, you know, hey, Texas is all love. As long as you represent Texas, everything is afloat. But I learned that, no, man, shoot, I'm from Mississippi, bro. So if we from Mississippi, you know, any team from Mississippi, we'll root for them, right? It ain't no, hey, man, where you from, Winona, Mississippi, man? Yeah. Well, we only rooting for the Winonians, you know. Hey, you from Grenada, Mississippi? We only root for the Grenadians. No, you know, nope. In Mississippi, we root for all Mississippi teams. Texas is not like that, man. Right. It ain't no love, man, for the Rockets over here, man. You know, they say, yeah, shout out to the Rockets, man. Shout out to the Rockets. But, man, they ain't the Mavs, right? And we don't want to see these guys integrating over here, man. You know, separate but equal, man. We equal. We separate over here. That's how Dallas is. And the whole notion is when Parsons, when he did the deal, and there's no shade at my guy Parsons, but when he shows that love for all teams and other players, it's all about timing. It's all about, hey, you know, from this area, they pissed off, right? They mad, they angry that they lost. And they don't want to see you kicking it with the ops. That's just how it is around here, man, you know. And especially in sports, you know, and to a degree, a certain thing that is also in the music world, but that's a whole nother conversation. So that's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So I understood what my guy Boss Cowboys Sports was talking about last night because I saw that firsthand, right? And they got, it's different. Texas is different. And they got a lot of teams out here. They got the Stars, the Rangers, and on top of that, they got the Cowboys, and they got what, SC Dallas. They got a whole bunch of stuff out here, man. They even got a ping pong team over here, man. And you better not be going for the Texans down there in Houston ping pong team. They be like, hey, you supposed to be over here, man. Yeah, Michael, appreciate you. He's from Jackson. Appreciate you. Texas versus everybody for sure. I like that, Law. Yeah. Yeah, my guy Tyreek, man, we finna open up the phone lines. But before we open up the phone line, and yeah. I heard your conversation when you was talking to him. Like New York, I don't know about New York, you know. But New York land mass is not as large as Dallas, right? And I don't know the differences in New York. But I know in Texas, man, there's God, football, then family. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Don't family come after the God? No, it's football, dog. In some households, man, it's football and then all of the other stuff. But I ain't finna talk about that. But that's just how it goes, man. Parsons wearing the Mavs gear, but, you know, chilling with Mike. Come on, man. Hey, he was wearing the Mavs, though. You know, it was just unique to see. But that's just how that goes. But look, let's talk about my prize picks over here, man. Now, you don't have to be from Texas to just do this. You know, you can be all over the world as long as your specific state do agree with these type of things. And you can select with prize picks, and you can be in the mix too. Download prize picks, use promo code LAW. And with that being said, 100%. Up to $100 will be matched on your first deposit, man. So check us out. And then you can also join the community play with Discord, you know. And that's 12X the payout, you know. If you think Big X the plug is big, man, Big X this right here because this is bigger. Pause if necessary. And shout out to my guy, Big X the plug, baby. Yes, indeed, man. Hey, Texas on one, baby. Luke, I ain't from New York City. Yeah, appreciate you, Talia. Appreciate you. Texas don't allow prize picks, laugh out loud. Well, they allowed prize picks over here, baby. Come on, let's go. And then certain lineups you can do. This is what my lineup is, and you still have time for your mind. All right, let's go. Appreciate everybody for tuning in for these type of episodes. And let's talk about the payment aspect of everything. Let's talk about this payment aspect of my guy, Dangerous Lamb.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Yes, indeed. And as we do that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Let's talk about all of this on the phone lines once we open them up.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso. Add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up.
Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Everything is on me.
Here we go. Yeah, let me go.
Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do
the hotline for your mind.
I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car, take it
657-390-7391.
I done doubled
Come
up
on
the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll.
Let's get it.
Up, get money, then we lay low.
We lay low. Patrice, what number that is, Patrice? No, don't call that number now. All right, what number that is, Patrice? Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. And from the 201, you're live on the nation. Brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
My dog, what's good, Lord? What's
Man,
up with you?
all is well, bro. Talk to me, man.
Hey, man, you ain't comment on the little drink idea I gave you, man. You know what I'm saying? Henny Boys.
I got it in the refrigerator. I supposed to.
You tried it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. I got it in the refrigerator, man. Yeah, I tried that, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you tried it with the Calypso. Oh,
yeah,
Calypso. You like it?
Yeah, man. It's lifting, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing fire, dog. That thing fire.
Yes, indeed, man.
Let me hit my boy with that right quick. See what he think about that thing. That thing fire.
Indeed.
Boys, you know what I mean?
You ain't lying. As long as I don't take too many of them, you know.
Yeah, man, I feel you. But man, listen, man. I just this not the 90s.
Right.
And that's what they are steady. This is the 90s. I don't care how many primetime games we get every year.
Right.
I don't care, but they bank on that.
They do.
They bank on that because, okay, we get the primetime games. You guys get the commercials. I think if the Cowboys could get a piece of those commercials, they would try to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They would try to get a piece of it because y'all got this because of us. It doesn't matter. Baker Mayfield was on the Browns, and he was seen every week with State Farm.
Yeah.
So that should let them know times have changed, man.
Mm-hmm.
You need to stop this.
Yeah.
You know, you need to stop this, man.
Yeah.
But, and the thing, they don't want to be the first to do nothing. $28 million was too much, Law.
Yeah.
They didn't want to pay the 28.
Now,
they didn't want to pay the 28, but now they're going to have to pay 32, 33 something.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Be forced to do that.
Okay, you talking about
They wouldn't
within
have paid CeeDee 28. They
28.
What's the name got 28, Law? They wouldn't have paid him 28.
Put it like this. When I was looking at a video that I did like last year, it was 22 to 25. and people were like, nah, there's too much. And I said, hey, you might as well jump in now, right before he have this season. And I was telling people that this is the reason why I feel as if, though, Lamb is about to have a more explosive year if Prescott is healthy. Because you got to understand that last year it would have been better to swoop in because he was missing his wide receiver, quarterback for 5 games. See, people don't look. It's a game, man. You got to jump in and you got to get it in. Yeah.
And then they tried to squeeze CeeDee by not giving him the ball in the beginning, and he started to complain. I'm gonna tell you right now, Lord, I like our team, and I feel like we can win 12 games again. But if the Cowboys do that political thing and try to squeeze them to get the contract down like they did last year, think about this now. They're gonna try to squeeze them in Tolbert. See, they pumping their boy up.
They are.
They gonna give him more targets and gonna try to squeeze CeeDee from getting his.
Man,
watch it, Lo.
I've been peeping game. It's called water carrying. They carrying a lot of water for him. And I was here's the thing though. I was out there at training camp. I literally seen Jalen Brooks outperform Jalen Tolbert, right? And I'm sitting here like, I didn't want to believe it. I wanted to say, hey, I'm looking at the time he was wearing 18. I was looking like, man, 18 is about to do his thing because this is what we saw at South Alabama, right? But dog, remember, I was talking bad about Jalen Brooks when he was drafted, right? I was like, man, this dude is slow. He getting off his releases. He's a little too tall. But all everybody saw was 83 catching everything that was thrown to him, whether it was perfectly or whether it was too far left, too far right. He had got doggone magnets on his hands. And I'm sitting there like, hey, Jalen Tolbert don't look that good, man. Now, he did make a few splashes. And here was my thoughts with this. All in all, both of the Jalens, right, and Kevontae Turpin, they all look better than Michael Gallup. But who got most of the plays? Michael Gallup, you know. So I'm sitting there like, come on.
Money and you gonna pay out that you gonna give us that our money's worth for that money we paid you.
Yeah.
And so they had no choice but to sit him down. They had no choice.
They had no choice,
he
man.
was so bad.
but the only thing that I can say what worked with Gallup was that damn Green Bay game. Green Bay, he looked good. I said, God dog, somebody showed up. Him and Ferg, them the only two.
He showed out. He showed out when needed to be.
Well, we needed to be.
That wasn't enough to keep him around.
That wasn't enough, man.
It wasn't enough to keep him around.
It was Dak Prescott's fault, man.
But they gonna squeeze him. I'm telling you right now. I won't be surprised. Man, CeeDee ain't have a 100-yard game yet. We in week 5.
Yeah.
What's going on, CeeDee?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Long, you know the political stuff they play games with. I'm trying. Watch to try to get the contract down. That's what they're doing. That's what they're banking on.
Well, it's impossible to get it down now, though, man, because everybody that got paid right now, I would take Lamb over those boys. Every single one of them, you know. And I'm to the degree that, and I get it. I get all type of hate mail, and I get that, hey, you just a Cowboy fanboy. I was banging on the table that Lamb is better than Justin Jefferson from the jump, you know. But, you know, I get it. Justin J. Jetta, I like him. But at the end of the day, he never had to play with his backup quarterbacks over there until last season, you know.
Fans don't look at that.
They don't look at that. They never looked at that. They never looked at
that.
They look at the stats.
They just look at the stats. They just look at the stats and say, oh, he's great. Come on, just like with the Eagles. Come on, man. When you got 2 wide receivers over there, of course AJ going to eat like crazy. Of course Devontae going to eat like crazy. You got two of them boys over there and the tight end.
Man.
So what are you going to do?
I saw, boy. I saw my guy, Lord Brunson. He was complaining about Hurts last season. And in his complaints, he was talking about, like, play calls, right? And he was going into the process of saying that he got tired of those 4 vertical routes. And I'm sitting here like, dude, you must don't know. He finna, instead of four vertical routes, he finna get 4 curls.
Long, listen, Long. Hey, Long, listen. They over there hyped up. Oh, motion. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of motion.
Yeah.
Hyped up over that, Long.
Oh my gosh, man. I need to talk to my guy LB, man. But what else you got?
Hyped up over there for motion, dog. Are you kidding me?
Hold on.
Hyped up over motion.
Hey, for context, man, I'm gonna play his audio, man. Hold tight, right quick. Hold tight. I'll put you on mute, bro.
All right.
And for context, man, I got to play his audio so people can be filled in for what he said. All right. So here's what he said right here, y'all.
My thing is this, man. Saying Jalen disappointed is just a very small-minded outlook on what you saw. You know what I mean? In my opinion, and I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's, you know what I mean, football IQ or nothing like that, but complimentary football just wasn't being played by the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's keep it a stack, man. Jalen Hurts was asked to come back. You know, 4 times in a row when the Philadelphia Eagles were down 10 at half, he was asked to come back and do that. Come back and win those games. That's not easy to do. Jalen Hurts put the team on his back. You know what I mean? Multiple times last year. The defense couldn't hold water. The defense was constantly giving up 25 points a game. Look what was drafted in this year's draft. You know what I mean? Cornerbacks that are willing to tackle. You know what I'm saying? Defensive players. We're at the forefront of this year's draft. And you think that's by coincidence? No, it's because the defense couldn't hold water. Really? Let's get to the coaching, man. Let's get to the coaching, which I think was by far way more of a spectacle than Jalen Hurts' performance last year. Brian Johnson was horrible at calling plays. He was like demoted at some point during the course of the year. You know what I mean? Your defensive coordinator was demoted. They sent him in a box at mid-season. That's never a recipe for success. You can look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, man. You know what I mean? And you can see that the Philadelphia Eagles blatantly abandoned the run.
Oh, really?
Abandoned the run with a player like DeAndre Swift, who was actually getting off on the Bucs. Abandoned the run without A.J. Brown playing in the game. Right. Abandoned the run. There was no creativity in that offense or anything like that. So when Shady and people say, you know, they ask Jalen Hurts to do too much, you're asking any quarterback to do too much when you
really?
You know what I'm saying? It's facts.
Keep cooking.
I don't care what quarterback you are. When your team decides to make you one-dimensional and
keep
throw
cooking,
the ball, you're putting that team and that offense and that quarterback at a disadvantage.
Right.
You gotta run the ball to keep defenses that are as, you know, aggressive and opportunistic as the Bucs honest. But the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff did not have the mindset of that. They said, we're going to throw our way out of this. We're going to run 4 verticals every single play. We're not going to have protection. They're going to blitz the weak side, the blind side of the quarterback.
Hey, man, my guy sound like a Cowboy fan, don't he? He sound like us, man. And wait, I can't wait because you think that all of a sudden the 4 vertical routes, and they going to disappear, but now it's going to be 4 curl brought to you by Kellen Moore. Every single thing that he said. Abandon the run. A defensive killer is your offense when they do nothing but throw the ball. Now, of course, motion is sweet. I like motion. I do like that ideology, but you may get that 2 to 3 times. But my guy LB, before the season even started, he sound like Law. You know what I'm saying? He sound just like my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports. He sound like us because it's going to be more of the same. I don't care if you have doomsday defense or even if you had a 2000 Ravens. When you don't allow those boys on defense to get a little rest, it's going to be like that. When you're dropping back and you're running out of shotgun and you're bringing out 4 curl concepts, and then on top of that, you're taking this play without identity and you're matching and you're merging that together. It's about to be more of the same, baby. I love it. And, hey, no offense to Kellen Moore. Maybe he learned something in the last 2 years or such, but I guarantee you my bottom dollar, in the hearts of hearts, he is who he is. At the end of the day, he's going to always throw the ball, and when he got to the 30-yard line or get to the 30-yard line, you're going to see some type of Kellen Moore special. At the same time, just to be fair, I thought that Kellen Moore wasn't that type of dude. Until my guy Okoye, he said, Law, look up the tape, man. Every time we got to the 30, That's when it was an end around double reverse sweep. You're going to like those things. Don't get me wrong. But it's going to be more and more of that. And my guy LB, just to rewind just a little bit. Just to rewind just a little bit. Let's listen to it one more time.
To run the ball to keep defenses that are as, aggressive and opportunistic as the Bucs honest. But the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff did not have the mindset of that. They said, we're going to throw our way out of this. We're going to run 4 verticals every single play. We're not going to have protection. They're going to blitz the weak side, the blind side of the quarterback every play. So, I understand that the stats-wise, it looked disappointing. But when you really sat there and looked at the game, bro, was it really disappointing? Was it?
Yeah. That's my guy right there, LB, man. So it's about to be, as they say, more of the same. Ain't that right? From the 201 once again. Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? I said he sound like us, man. He sound like us.
Yeah. I mean, they hyped up. Oh, Jalen Hurts is under center. I peep in a little bit. Jalen Hurts is under center. Saquon Barkley out in space. Listen, man. Kevin Moore just gets plays from here, put them together for a game plan and do them. And then 2 to 3 games later, you won't see them plays ever again. Be prepared for that, LB. Be prepared for that. Be prepared. There's no plays to match up, to build up for a big play. There's none of that. Be prepared.
None.
Everything we were saying about Kevin Moore, he was laughing at us, talking about that ain't his problem. Remember, Law? So now when you throw everything back on him, what you think about it now? When we were saying this about Kevin Moore, that about Kevin Moore, you was laughing at us.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be the same one arguing, man, I hate Kevin Moore. Kevin Moore does this. Kevin Moore does that. We was trying to tell you.
We're trying to tell you. We're trying to tell him, man, and it haven't happened. It haven't happened yet, but it's going to. Look, we already know. We like forecasters over here, man. we see Katrina coming.
Good plays every once.
Yeah. They will.
They will. Some good plays every once in a while. But Law, when they start to lose close games because his offenses don't know how to complement the defenses, like you said. You know what I'm saying? He don't know how to close out games.
Yeah.
Kevin Moore have a great drive.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Kevin Moore, what the hell was that? What trick play was that? What are you doing? You get what? I can't wait for it. I can't.
Oh
wait,
my goodness, man!
I can't wait.
It's going to be one of those things, man. And it's saddened me that they didn't put us versus the Eagles until the back end of the schedule, right? We don't play them boys early. Yeah, so we had to do like this. We had the Birdman rub our hands until that time frame. But hey, man, I appreciate you for calling in, bro. I really do, man. Good call from him, man. That's $100,000, man. And go Mavs, right? In Rangers, right?
Yeah, Mavs going to win tonight. Mavs going to win tonight. Mavs going to win tonight. I don't know about them Rangers. I don't know what you're talking about. The Yankees, man, we number two.
All right,
number
man.
2.
All right, man.
Best record in baseball.
Appreciate
the Rangers is like 7, 8. I'm just keeping you updated.
Keep
you
updated.
A little bet going on. For y'all who wondering why I keep ringing on the Rangers, me and Law got a little bet going on who's going to be better, the Yankees or the Rangers. And right now, the Yankees in the playoffs as of right now. And the Rangers,
man, it's not over with yet. It's not over with yet, man. The fat lady ain't singing yet. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in, man. It's a good call for $100,000, man. Put your hands together for my guy, man. yeah, give me some flowers.
Right. I want my flowers while I'm living.
My brother from another mother, no other, from the 585, you're live. Tyreek, talk to me, man.
Hey, what's going on, Law? What's going on, Cowboy Nation?
Not much,
I would
man.
like to start this. I would like to start this conversation about this way, man. I apologize if anybody from Dallas took what I said last night out of context. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't trying to say it like that. And I'll never disrespect the city. You know what I mean? At all, or the people from the city. But this is all I was saying last night. That how are we gonna sit here and get mad at Micah Parsons because he's a young face of the league, and at the same time too, Ant-Man is a young face of the league too. He's an up and coming superstar. So if they networking or talking or
Right.
like, you know what I mean, I'm just, you know, they gonna do that. That's what these young dudes do, man. So it's like, how can you get mad at them for doing that? But at the same time too, I understand y'all lost. You know what I mean? Y'all lost the game, which y'all should have swept them, but y'all didn't. And Micah, maybe that was a little distasteful for him to say that right there in that
Right
moment.
then in that moment,
But,
yeah.
Yeah, but Ant-Man, let's keep it real. Ant-Man is a beast. You know what I mean? I understand that y'all lost, and some of the fans and some of the people from there mad as hell about it. But at the same time, too, come on, let's be realistic. Y'all up 3-1. Y'all should close out tonight.
It should be.
It's a jump on Micah, and you know Micah is not a Dallas fan. He's a Phillies fan. What would the Cowboys fans would have said if it was Philadelphia and Dallas in the championship game? You gonna get mad at them? You gonna get mad at them then because you wearing the Philly jersey? Come on, man. Let's be for real now, y'all. You gonna find something to get mad at them man about?
Would he do that? Would he do that though? Would you think that Dallas? I mean, not Dallas, but not Dak. Damn. Prescott, damn, what's his name? Parsons. I'm calling him everything but Parsons.
Yeah, Parsons.
Do you think that Parsons, if it was Dallas versus Philly, he'll put on that Philly jersey? Ooh,
he did it in the season.
He did it. Did he do it
in the playoffs?
Which one of them is it? Maxie? Was it one of them boys from Dallas, right?
Yeah,
yeah. He'll probably do it that way.
Yeah, boy, Maxie.
Maxie, yeah. Man,
so
here's my thoughts on. Nah, I feel you, man. I guess Boss, he was talking about it from his perspective because he's from this area, right? And is Dallas versus everybody, and then there's inter-rivals between. It's different. Like North Dallas don't mess with South Dallas. I can't get too much into it because I like to move around freely. You know what I mean? But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be on the edge with this. It's just different, bro. And them boys will go fight blow for blow, toe to toe, all of that stuff. They'll pull out handguns, allegedly, even at kids' football game, right? And I'm saying, like, wait a minute, it's a kids' youth football game, and I almost said the N-word, and a brother will pull out a whole handgun, bro, and shoot somebody over a disagreement. So I said, man, hey, man, I like football, but man, I don't love it like that. But it is what it is, and I get what you're saying. They got even rappers within this particular city that don't mess with other rappers. You know what I'm saying? They can't even drive down their own street because of that. It's just what it is. But I think that Parsons is like, I wouldn't call him a gentle lion. I just look at Parsons as a different dude, right? He's like that kid in the candy store that got unlimited spending. And when he sees somebody that he like, that's Dirk Nowitzki, I'm going to go over there and get his autograph. Oh, man, that's my favorite guy, Michael Jordan. I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to go get that, And then that's just how, oh, my goodness, there's Aaron Donald. He's going to do that, And that's just how Parsons roll, man. That's an old boy that played for the 49ers. I'm going to do a jersey swap. After we done got our butt drugged, that's how Parsons is. He don't think like we do.
And my thing is too, I didn't fully disagree with what Boss was saying. I disagree with some of the stuff. The reason I disagree with Boss a little bit about Michael Parsons is well, I agree with him on this part. I'm going to say it like this. I agree with him on this part.
Right.
He is a little bit too friendly sometimes with the jersey swapping after we just got our behinds kicked.
Right.
I agree with that part. That's not, I don't like that.
Right. I don't like it.
To say that, but to say because you call a person friendly, he's soft. Michael Parsons ain't soft, bro. You know what I mean? Not one time have I watched this man play football and say, I'm not going to hit the quarterback because that's my homeboy. Michael Parsons, he plays like his hair's on fire.
Yeah.
And so he gets tired, or these people double blocking him, or running backs chipping the hell out of him on the side.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see stuff like that. But as far as to call him like he's being soft, no, I just think That's just like you said, Lord. That's just the type of person he is. But as far as his play on the football field, no, I cannot question his play on the football field. The dude's a dog.
Yeah.
He's a generational player. You know what I mean? And the thing is with me is like we can get mad at Micah, but we're not getting mad at the Joneses all the way for not spending no damn money.
Yeah.
And I tie it into that as far as the difference between the Dallas Mavericks and the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Mavericks will go out there and spend money to get the players they need on that damn team and try to go for it all.
That's ownership.
Dallas doesn't do that.
You know what happened, though? You know, for many of years, the Cowboys been the star. They've been the knight in shining armor for this city, you know, and for this state of Texas, right? Like we were the ones that's winning. We were the ones that's hanging trophies up and banners on the wall. But in the last somehow in the last 25 years, man, that shine is not is dimming, right? It's going away. It's not as shiny as it used to be. And now what's carrying, even though from a old historic reference that the Cowboys may be carrying the Texas, but at the end of the day, the Mavs won it recently, right, in 2011. And then we got a chance to see the Rangers just recently do some things. The Stars and all of these other teams, they are now arriving up. And then there are people like sitting here saying, just like recency biases, or recency is the way it is, right? Relevancy. That's what even the Eagles are trying to make their claim to fame for, is that they are saying that basically that they are more relevant because they won it in 2017, right? Than the Cowboys, right? Yeah. And all we got to hold on is what we did in the 90s, bro. And what's happening here is this unique stuff that people are fed up with the Joneses. And since they are not making an impact against the Joneses, they are making the impact against the closest thing that they can, and that's the players. Instead of blaming the Joneses, they blame the players. And that's just where we at right now.
Yeah, and it's like everybody else in the league getting paid, but why isn't our star players getting paid? You know what I mean? It's like they dragging their feet about this stuff, man. It looks bad. You know what I mean? It looks bad. It leaves a bad taste in the players' mouths that play for other teams that might want to come here, or in the fans.
Yeah.
Because we like, what are y'all doing? Y'all dragging y'all ass over there. Like we want to win. We want a championship. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like let's put the right ingredients in the pot to make this thing happen. But every other team get to stack their team, but we just drafting players and playing players minimum. You expect to go win something? You don't win championships that way. Great players and good players win championships, bro. That's basically all I got to say. And like I said before, Boss Cowboy, that's my dog all day. You my dog too, Law. And no disrespect to the city of Dallas. Much love. I'm with y'all 100%. That was distasteful what Marcus Parsons did. I don't agree with that all the way either. But at the same time too, he is a young dude. He gonna do what young dudes do. They network. You know what I mean? People network, man.
Yeah. Follow my Snapchat and find me on TikTok. That's what they do, man. But appreciate you, fam. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
That's Tyreek, man. Give him a round of applause in the chat, y'all. Yes, my guy, man. Yeah. And Saiton, he says, those are the weak simp fans. Yeah, I get what he's saying. You know, I get what you're saying on that, you know. Simping for Parsons is wild. 22 Savage TV. Yeah. I mean, it's rough, man. You know, originally I didn't like the idea for him having his podcast. There's no secrets about that, right? And I was like, damn, man, you know, let's do that off season, right? I'm old school, you right? You know, I'm about 25 years older than Parsons, man. I could be his father, you know. I'm sitting there like, come on, man, you know. So about 20 years older than him, you know. So I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I'm looking at it from a different view. But now when you start to look at everything on how he moves and how he operates and how he goes through the process, that's the new era, right? That's just how it is. And other teams can do it and get away with it. They can do it and be successful with it. Why not Parsons, right? So it's gonna be here to stay, right? I mean, Brock Hoffman got him a podcast, right? The Kelsey brothers got, a podcast, and that's just how it is, and due to personality complex, this dude is allowed to have his mind on the podcast, and he do it during his off days. And if you were to tell me, would you prefer Parsons to do a podcast versus being out there in the streets, man, at one of them strip clubs or racing people in the street with their cars and stuff? Give me the podcast, right? And that's just what I'm looking at it now. I look at it from a different perspective. Now, my only other thing is, can you start podcasting now? It's off season. No. Can you podcast now? Don't give it a break now. Podcast now. I need to hear these episodes once a week during the off season, man. Don't stop it. You got to keep going, Parsons. One way or another, keep podcasting, man. I want to know. I want all of the ingredients of what you're doing, right? Don't have no off season, Don't start podcasting when the season kick off. Don't do us like that. Well, keep it going. Be consistent with it, right? That's all I'm saying now. And it's here to stay. And the other solution, or I guess if you guys can take it this way, the other advice is how I want Parsons to do his podcast going into the 2024 season, since it's here to stay. Get you a co-host, man. Get you a co-host where we can bounce off of it. And if it's a sticky subject, man, that you can bounce and play off of it so it won't be stale, And not saying that your podcast is stale, but just have a co-host with you, man. Maybe it'll be a lady, or another player, I would love that, or a former player. I like the way Club Shay Shay do it with him and Ocho Cinco. I like the way the Kelsey brothers do it with someone else. I don't like it just him by himself at times. I like when he brings on guests. Pause, Law Nation for Parsons co-host. Come on, baby. Let's go, Versace. Let's go. I got my guy that's been waiting here from I don't know if it's a guy or girl, but let me see. From the 956, you're in the mix. You're live on the Nation. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Talk to me.
What's up, Law?
What's good with you, man?
From Kick.
Who this?
It's Death King from Kick.
What's good?
You on the green side.
Oh, okay, man. What's good with you on the Kick app, man? That's what I'm talking about.
I've been slacking, my bad. I've been missing all the emojis on the ashes. I got a new phone, and they stayed on my old phone when I updated the app. And you already know that stuff.
Yeah.
But, man, I tried, brother. I tried. But, man, I don't even know why people are sweating the Kellen Moore stuff and the Eagles. I'm waiting for him to put his hand over his head again, the way he did last season when he was with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Man, he's a passing OC. A passing OC with the running back as a QB. Yeah, I don't bet on that any day.
Right. You right on that. Shoot. Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, no, that part. And then what gets me excited, too, a lot of people don't see this part, is I'm glad CeeDee's not there. CeeDee and Dak are one. They know each other. They're at the right energy. They're at that right frequency with each other. That way, Dak can be like, hey, CeeDee, go. I got you, and CeeDee's like, I got you, bro. And they're going to do it, and they're going to get a catch done. So now what leads to that is let's see what all these number 2s, 3s, and 4s, who's going to step up?
Yep.
Who's going to be the one to do, to show out and take control of those reps and, pretty much, see if they're going to make this team or not. Pretty much what it is. And, a lot of people are mad about CeeDee, he's going to get signed.
Yeah.
He's going to get signed. Mike is going to get signed. Dak's going to get signed. It's all about the Joneses' business. The Joneses' business is all a storyline. They want everything segregated. So whenever right now these people are getting signed, whoever this is met, they get it to where no one's getting signed. They're going to be the face of the franchise. They do everything about networking and media. So if everyone would pay attention to those details about how they said it, even Dak said, I think in one of the interviews on the Joneses storyline or their timeline or something like that. That was the key word right there, because that's what it is. That's what I see it as always.
Yeah, the proper timing too. Man, you're right with it. Yeah, the proper timing. What can make it clickable, right? We do know that during Oxnard, I believe Zeke got a birthday during that time frame. I think Dak Prescott got a birthday during that time frame. So what better way would it be? And then they do the grand opening with, the balloons and airplanes flying over the doggone stadium in Oxnard. That need to have something that you got to have some talk about. So, yeah, you're right. We are a press release team.
Yeah, it's just like the scenario with Chris Vaughn and Deuce Vaughn last year. He wasn't the running back everyone wanted and everything like that. But the story, the views, the money, that was all Jones's part. That went to them. I don't think that goes to the organization for their football team and their helmets and this and that. I don't think so. It's the other way around. So as if they went that route last year, what makes you think they ain't doing other things like that? So that's why I'm I stay open-minded to that. And man, I got so many thoughts. I don't know how much time you have or what. But, I know the competition with center, too. That is going to be, it's going to be awesome. You got two guys that want to one-up each other constantly. You can't get anything better than that. Same thing with the receivers and same thing with the tight ends. I always wondered, is there a chance of taking 5 tight ends and one less receiver?
No, I don't think that they would take 5 tight ends and one less receiver. I was talking to Jay Finley, that he was talking about the fact that when Mike McCarthy was coaching him at the Green Bay, they had 6 wide receivers that could have been starting for other teams, right? So Mike McCarthy loved wide receivers, and if it's anything, it will be more wide receivers than tight ends.
Yeah, because I know he likes the big boys. Because, man, you get your O-line. You get your main blockers, your wall, your seawall to hold up your land, and everything. That's the main key of everything. If you got those people to hold, and then you get the outside guys, which is the tight ends, your other big boys, that's all a team can pray for. Because after that, it's all up to Dak, the running backs, and then the superstars on the side. The weapons, which is the receivers. And yeah, man, I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up for this shit. So
hell yeah! Nah, you good, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of people are miserable about this stuff, and they're fighting about this, and and trust me, to get back on your point about the Dallas point, trust me, if I was in your house, Law, I would respect it all in all manner. If you had, if you're a Cowboys fan by heart, I'm not gonna go in your house and say, hey, did you see that new hat of the Eagles, Law? Nah, I understand. You got to know when to speak up and when to not speak up. But hey, man, you can't hate Micah because he's a different type of breed. He's a different type of animal. Yeah. And he's a kid at heart. He's Simba at heart, but he's Mufasa at body size, And that's what a lot of people don't get at.
Yeah, and man, you're right on the money with it, man. Appreciate you, Def King, man. Appreciate you, dog. Thank you for calling in, bro.
No. Yeah, absolutely, dog. Hold.
Nah, let me hear you say it, though, dog. Let me hear you say it.
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
How about the Cowboys, baby? Let's go!
Let's go, baby. That Def King, man. Yeah. I got 2 super chats, man, from Saiton. He says they weren't on the same page in the playoff game. That, my friend, is truth. They wasn't on the same page. He talking about CeeDee Lamb and Dak. And he also says if he likes wide receiver more than tight ends, we ain't winning a playoff game. Mike McCarthy need to commit to the run game or hit the road, Jack. Hit the road, Jack. Well, he got no choice. He got no choice because this is the final year of his contract. I just think that right now, let's go through it. You got CeeDee Lamb is 1. Cooks is number 2. Number 3 for right now on paper is Jalen Tolbert. Number 4 is Kevontae Turpin. Number 5 is Jalen Brooks. Number 6 got to be Ryan Flo. Right? And then you're tight. That's 6. That's 6 right there. That's 6 wide receivers. Anybody else, they're going to have to do something phenomenal, right? Phenomenal to trump one of those boys, right? Crooms, Cam Johnson, any of those boys, they're going to have to do something phenomenal in camp, right? In preseason. And, all right, so let's go. That's 6 wide receivers, right? Our number 1 tight end will be Jake Ferg. Our number 2 tight end is still going to be Luke Schoonmaker. Look, the Cowboys are not going to admit if Schoonmaker was a bad pick, they're not finna sit back and say, yeah, man, Schoon was bad, right? They're going to fall on the sword, at least give Schoon at least 3 years to make that thing up, right? So number 2 tight end is Schoon, and then number 3 tight end, you can argue and say it could be John Stevens, or it could be Brevin Spanford, or it can be what's my guy? Not Hunter. Damn, the name tip of my tongue. Peyton Hendershot, right? I don't think that they're going any other way, more than that, out of Mike McCarthy's system and scheme. So those are your 4 tight ends. There's your 4 tight ends there. I don't see them going with 5 tight ends. I just don't see them. I just don't see those boys going with that many tight ends. All right, so let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys can still hear me, see me. I see people saying that YouTube is tripping or what have you. Let me know. Are we still live? Are we still live? Yeah. Let me see. Let me go to my page right here. Give me a 1. Give me a 1. Let me make sure we still live in the flesh. Yeah. I see 4 tight ends, No, we still live. We still live. We still live. We still live. Okay, good. All right, so we're going with 4 tight ends. That's 10. That's 10. That's 10 altogether. 6 wide receivers and 4 tight ends. All of those boys outside of Lamb and Cooks got to play special teams. Got to play special teams. All right. I got my guy, Kamish. You're live from the 254. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
What's up, Law? How are you today?
Hey, I'm well, man. Can't complain.
Look, so I've been thinking about this quite a bit of late, and I don't think Dak's going to get 60. I know he talks about I'll play for free, and I'll take a pay cut, and I'll let my representation handle everything. But when you look at the free agents that are coming up this coming up year, and there's the top QB free agents, there's 5 of them, and 2 of them are playing for the Cowboys right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to say that Tua, Dak, and I'm forgetting somebody off the top of my head, but other than Dak, there's really nobody on that list that you think is going to get $55 million a year.
Right.
When they do increases on these, you're looking to become the highest paid quarterback. You're not looking to supersede by $10 million. You might supersede by $1 million, $500,000.
Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. What did Kirk Cousins just got?
45.
45. Did he play a significant amount of reps last season?
No, he got hurt.
He got hurt, so he got paid that on the strength of what he previously done the whole year before, right? And that was right at 45. I think that if he probably would have finished out his season, he would have got at least $3 to maybe $4 million more than what he got off of that APY. So I just look at it in that perspective, and that he got 45 off of simple strength of what he did previously. So in Dak Prescott case, 45, that's where they're going to start the negotiation out at, right? If they want to compare him to a Kirk Cousins, right? And then from there,
they don't want to do that.
And they don't want to do that because his stats and his numbers are a whole lot better in certain situations than Kirk, all right? And then you're going to move in and you scratch that off, and then now the next place will be Jalen Hurts, right? And Dak Prescott, since entering the league, he had better completion percentage, better touchdown to interception ratio, and he just a better thrower of the ball than Hurts. So they're going to have to start somewhere with there on the negotiation. And the problem is by the Cowboys waiting, right? By them waiting, that's what drove up the price. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and that number is what it is at this point.
Right.
But I'll say this: if you're Dak Prescott and you're playing for the Cowboys,
right?
I came across an interesting number for my last video that I did. The top 7 players that endorsement deals Dak was number 2 in earnings. How much do you think he made last year in earnings for off the field stuff?
Let's say 45 mil or more.
That would have been nice.
That would have been nice.
The tops was Patty Mahomes. He was at $20 million.
Okay. Wow.
But Dak was 2 at $13 million.
Okay. Wow.
Now this is the crazy number. The QB in Cincinnati, I can't think of his name right now.
Burrow.
Yeah, Burrow. Guess what he made last year?
10 million?
4 million.
Oh, 4. Okay, 4 million. Okay.
4 million.
Okay.
Your highest paid QB in the league at $55 million, who's got charisma, oozes it out his pores.
Right.
And you're in Cincy and you're making $4 million a year.
Off of the market, off of the contract beyond football.
Endorsements.
Endorsement deals. Yeah.
Off the field endorsements. So if you're going to be Dallas and you have that's got to be part of your repertoire. I mean, you're making more in off-field money than you are anywhere else in the league.
Right.
Guaranteed. If Patty Holmes was in Dallas, he'd probably be making $40 million in endorsements.
Oh yeah, he's probably making crazy money. But here's how this goes, and I get it, right? Like we both content creators, and when we do content creations, we talk about the boys, right? And it's equivalent to when we going into our other everyday jobs or what have you, career paths. Then they say, well, hey, since you talking about the Cowboys, would you be willing to take less because you making a bag over there? And that's just how it goes, unfortunately. I was doing a deal, and beyond, I handle a lot of things just beyond just what we doing here, right? And there's this upcoming artist named Jelly Roll, right? Jelly Roll to perform for a concert off of his tour is $1.5 million, right? But just 2 years ago, he would have been willing to do it for $250,000, right? And we're talking about a concert, right? So it's just the way how the demand of the market goes. And I give it what you're saying, that like when you play with the silver and blue and the star on the side of your helmet, you're going to get the max exposable dollars. But as an agent, he can't factor that in because he's looking at it like, nah, I got to stay within the confines of what's right for my client that's on the field. Because
no doubt.
Because he can go away just like that.
Here's where I'm going to go with that. I think that for the market,
right.
I think he will be the highest paid QB if he wants to be.
Right.
And that number is probably going to be at 56. If he decides to take a hometown discount, I think that number is probably going to be 52, 53.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that market. It's still going to be in the 50s. You just bank it, lock it in. It's going to be in the 50s.
Let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this, though.
Yeah.
When people bang on the table and ask for this quarterback need to take a discount and he need to play for less, what are the Cowboys are intending on doing with that money, right? Like so $3 or $4 million. That is what extra money for who? Like a Cavante Turpin? Who they're trying to spend that little $3 to $5 million for?
If push comes to shove, they're not letting this deal get done past the season. Him and CeeDee are going to be done before the season. If that number is 60, 59, 58, 52, whatever that number is, it's going to get done before the season starts. And same thing with CeeDee. I think CeeDee's his deal is going to be 34, 35 million. It will get done before the season gets started, and I think his will get done before Dax gets done.
Yeah.
And so sooner rather than later. The bottom line is with so many of our homegrown talents doing so well that need to get paid, this year and next year, most of that money is going to be tied up into getting those extensions done. You're carrying over most of that money so that they'll have more to play with next year to make sure that they have enough to get Parsons done as well. But that being said, there's still going to be enough there to, like we talked about last time, go out there and get a defensive tackle that's, of substance.
Right.
To get a running back of substance if they find that what they have in camp is not good enough. it would have been so easy for them to flip all those switches before the free agent thing started, just so that they could say, look, we have, $70 million to play with here, guys.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to.
Yeah.
It was intentional. And that's where us as fans, we have a hard time wrapping our head around it.
Right.
But they see it as, okay, if I move it now, then we have to talk about it. And then they're going to get angry because we didn't spend it. But after all the players are gone, now they can say, look, we got Dak done, we got CeeDee done. Now we have enough money to get Micah done.
Yeah.
And we can go out and sign a trade for a DT or, trade for a running back and carry over $40 million in the next year. That's where I think that's where their head is at. They're not going to spend any money next year either. It's 1 year rentals and trying to move that money to the following. Where then I think they will really get aggressive the year after that.
Man,
2026 is the year.
2026. Appreciate you, man. And let people know where they can find and follow your channel, because we're trying to get you to 1,000 subscribers, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Law. So my channel is Commish Gaming and Sports Talk on YouTube. The and is an and sign. I do cowboy content as well as gaming as well. Mix in a little bit of both there, and really appreciate the support. Love the shows. Thank y'all so much, and you rock.
Me appreciate you, man. That's my guy, Commish Gaming. I call him the commissioner. I get what all of you guys are saying, right? And I guess you're supposed to forecast for the future, like 2026. There's a parable in the good book, man, and it talks about talents, right? And there were, a guy that decided to bury his, right, and wait for next year to present it and say, hey, I held on to this, and this is what I'm going to bring back to the master, and he's going to think that I did a great job, right? And there were people that had more and more, right? More and more talent. What they did with theirs, and I'm paraphrasing, so charge it to my head, not my heart. They went out to the exchangers, right? They went and turned that talent around and got more and more things back, and they presented that back to the master, right? And what I'm trying to say here is that the guy that did what he did with the lease to bury it and secure it for the future, he got punished because he was wicked. He was thinking that, hey, I'm going to do this for inner works. I'm going to do this for my iniquities, basically. I'm going to be able to showcase to the world that, hey, I'm a good steward of this one little thing, and I'm not going to showcase it. There's people right now that got unbelievable talent, unbelievable skill set that's way better than me on rocking the mic. But they don't let no one see it because they say, you know what, I'm going to wait till next year, man. I'm going to wait till I get my mic. I'm going to wait till I get my nice camera. I'm going to wait till all of the circumstances around me is going to be better. No, start now. You got to operate within the faith, and you got to allow that to move for you. It's impossible to please the Creator without it, right? And what I'm saying is the Cowboys, unfortunately, for sure that every single year, that the salary cap increases. It don't decreases. On top of that, Law, do you have any facts to back that up? Even in a pandemic, the salary cap increased. It didn't decrease. So the Cowboys, by them waiting to say, hey, we got to hold off on signing this guy because we got to sign that guy next season. And we got to sign that guy next season. Everybody else is fighting to the top. Everybody else is trying to go out to get that playmaker and not waiting for 2026. They don't give a dog about 2027. It's about 2024, right? It's about the now. You think Kansas City Chiefs are satisfied for winning back-to-back Super Bowls? No. They're not satisfied. They want another one. You think the Niners are happy that they made it to the Super Bowl and walking around saying, hey, at least we made it to the Super Bowl? No. They've been to the top before. They're trying to get back, man. They're willing and dealing. They are looking at it saying that, yeah, Bosa, you may be good, You may be great. We giving you quarterback money, but we're not finna just build our house around that. We finna add more pieces to that equation. We finna. Every team have the ability to add to, but not the Cowboys. And that what makes me angry just a little bit. Because we would say to ourselves, hey, man, at least we made it to the playoffs. And, hey, I kid you guys not in 2022. Hey, man, we did enough, man. We supposed to have been able to beat the San Fran because we held them to 19 points. But we don't talk about the drop INTs, right? Yeah, I get it. Dak Prescott threw threw two INTs in that game. Terrible. But we don't talk about the fact that, yeah, when our right tackle went down, we didn't do anything to make movement to get another right tackle in the building that can stand tall. And then on top of that, when our running game went down, what were our game plan on the offense? What was our other weapons? You see, here's the thing on how excuses work. And I'm going to let my guy B. Bird jump in. You're supposed to get in front of it so that it will not knock at your door. But if you don't, the excuse is going to be at your door with a three-piece suit on, well there, you know, and asking for all of the things. Law, what do you mean? Meaning that you got to make sure if you're going to be a team that operate in a certain way, you got to have other dogs. If Debo is not able to step it up for the 49ers, Brandon Ayuk can. If Brandon Ayuk can't step up, then there's a Kittle's kid, right? And if he can't do it, the running back is going to be able to stand tall. CMC. This dude got multiple options. So, of course, Brock Purdy is going to look good in games. But it doesn't mean that he's the greatest quarterback. But how they are able to operate is because they got a system put into place. And they already seen what it looked like if that system is not well put together for that particular quarterback. I think they lost about 3 or 4 games. He looked very pedestrian without that system. Newsflash, most quarterbacks are systematic quarterbacks. Outside of your 1%, I think that there's a survey that was done. Pat Mahomes is part of the 3%. And if you're thinking that you can find another 3% out there to be your next generational talented quarterback, I got land on the moon for sale. I'll give it to you at a discount rate too, by the way. But that's going to go over most people's heads and say, oh, man, there's a Pat Mahomes in his draft. C.J. Stroud is the next Pat Mahomes. Okay, we'll wait and see. And Pat Mahomes fell into the perfect system for him because he couldn't read defenses when he first got into the league. And on top of that, Andy Reid made Donovan McNabb look good. What you think he would do to a Pat Mahomes? He came into a perfect storm. I believe that team was 11-5, 11-5, 11-5 too before Pat Mahomes got there. Could be off on the last season before he got there. But you guys get me what I'm saying. It was a real good team. Pat Mahomes fell into a great situation with a seasonal coach. And on top of that, their defensive coordinator, he wasn't looking for another job last season. I got B. Bird from the 409. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Law? How you doing, bro?
All right, man. All is well. Can't complain.
Hey, you ever heard of a quarterback having arm arrogance?
Arm arrogancy? You know?
Yeah, where he just think he could fit the ball in anywhere.
Oh, yeah. I heard of that. Yeah. Brett Favre come to mind, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Brett Favre come to mind.
Child.
Yeah. To a degree, Pat Mahomes, too.
The Jones suffer from time arrogance.
Oh.
They ain't getting fired. So they got long-term plans, whereas other GMs got to get this thing done, and other GMs ain't got 2025, 2026 on their minds, man. They thinking 2024.
Yeah.
And so with that time, man, they just sit on things, man, because hey, they're not gonna get fired. I mean, what's this gonna hurt us? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I'm just to your prior caller about the endorsements. So if Dak has a career-ending injury, where does those endorsements go?
Yeah,
they're gone, right? So that's why you can't even negotiate that into the you can't even put that number into the equation because it's not guaranteed. Also, like everybody always says, the agents just not going to let that happen. That's a bad look for them, and it's a bad look just overall for the players in the NFL when somebody just takes less.
Mm-hmm.
And the final thing is if they hadn't signed a day one free agent since Brandon Carr in 2012, well, what they gonna do with the extra money? You know what they're gonna do? They end up being like, what they gonna do with it? Are they gonna be like what's the name in Dallas? The Mavericks. I'm sorry, the one that they won their first championship. They took less money. And they never got back. They never got back to the championship. All he did is had less money. So nobody really does that.
Yep, and just to echo what you're saying, B-Bird, is I think Dak got a yogurt deal because Cam Newton said the wrong thing at a press conference, right?
Yeah,
he said the wrong thing. He said something wrong about a lady or something, and they're like, due to circumstances, we got to pull you. And think about this, like, it haven't been too long that Dak Prescott had his back against the wall with some type of person putting out cases on him about SA. So there were a few people that say, we're gonna hold off until it dries up a little bit on sponsoring you. So I wouldn't lean on my sponsors, man, to carry me,
And that Maverick I was talking about when Dirk Nowitzki, he's the one that took less money to get people on the team, but they never got the people on the team. Only thing he ended up with was less money.
Yeah.
But I was gonna I was gonna ask you a question here, and I think I know the answer to this. But I think in your home, Law, you have some kids.
Yeah.
But I think they really reflect the raising of you, right? Like the culture you set in the house is what they're gonna be raised. To be honest with you, if you curse a lot, then when your kids grow up, they're probably gonna curse, right? That's just what's gonna happen. And then and vice versa, if you have you treat people kindly, that's probably what they're gonna do too.
Yeah.
And so it is what it is. The Joneses create a get the money culture, man. That's what they do, and that's what the players see being done there. And what they do is they come in and just say, man, look, I can make this amount of money because I'm a Cowboy. Well, the same amount of money that a guy from Jacksonville or Carolina probably had to go to Super Bowl for to get the same views on the podcast. No, Michael just gets it, right?
Yeah.
And so what they're saying is, this is a cheat code. I don't even have to get the success. I can still get the money off of it.
Yeah.
And so Michael's kind of going after that right now. But I think it really is the culture that's set there. It's just, hey, the Joneses are always hawking stuff for money. We get motocrosses and WWE events and boxing. They doing everything they can to generate money.
Yeah.
So then why shouldn't they, the players, right? But you go to some other teams where football is the culture, then that stuff just ain't gonna really happen, man. They're gonna tread lightly on that, and they're gonna be like, wait a minute, these kind of things probably aren't happening in New England when Bill Belichick is in control, right? Because they know that he ain't gonna really, think too highly of this. We ain't even accomplished anything yet. Now, if you're Kelsey brothers, I don't mind that, man. Y'all won Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? After you brought home the chip, I really don't you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be funny. I don't really care because you brought home. You done what you mission complete. I would like another one, but mission complete. We got 6. But until you've done some of those things, man, it puts a bad taste in my mouth about, about, some of the things that's being done.
Yeah, I was listening to Boss Cowboy Sports last night, and Amp, I think he called in, and he was talking about, deposits. You got to make deposit before you can make withdrawals. I said, man, that's a real good analogy, man. I need to reach out to Amp, and Parsons to a degree, we know that he's valuable, right? We can see that, but he's not making the necessary deposits in certain areas to walk a certain way. And it's going to come. He don't have to rush it, right? We can see the talent is there. If he can just hold off just a little bit, then he can make all of the deposits. He can make he can make all of the withdrawals he want, right? We don't care, man.
Yeah. And so I guess in our minds, man, you old school, I am too. Hey, man, look, work hard. Go out there, be a good teammate, make your team better, and then win this chip, and then everything gonna come to you.
Everything.
But sometimes they don't really trust that, right? Like they say, I can get it now. Yeah. So now that they get it now, but one of the things too, man, is everybody else on the NFL teams have favorite NBA teams that are not associated with the city.
Yeah.
They're just smart enough not to get up in pictures with them and all that kind of other stuff. Like, just to be honest with you, they probably got a lot of basketball players that are Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
In Philadelphia and other places, they just don't get in front of people and say those things they know is not going to be received well in the city that they play in.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, you hit a nugget right there, man. Appreciate you. Go ahead.
Yeah, and one thing too, man. I look at Parsons and I was trying to think of who he remind me of. Kind of he cheesing up on people on the sidelines and stuff like that at basketball games.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of reminded me of when I used to see they used to have Drake on there because he's a fan of everybody and got everybody's jersey on and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, man, that dude out there looking like Drake, man, running behind these.
Oh my God.
And my one last thing would be this, man. You know, early his first year, I was like, man, yeah, that guy there, if he keep doing this, he's gonna have the ascension of an LT. But I stopped saying that after year one because he don't have the killer instinct that LT has.
Mm-hmm.
He don't have the focus that LT had, man. Because like I would say these are things I would say LT would never. He would never be jersey swapping after getting beat by 40 points. LT would never be helping up a wide receiver for Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? He would never do those things, man, because of the what it sends to your own team, the message is sending to your own team, man.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to be a team leader, man, you got to watch the messages that you send into your own team. Like, okay, this cool. It's about the money. We're all just in this thing together. We're all just one. You know, man, we trying to beat them dudes, man.
Yeah.
A dude got a F Cowboy shirt on. Come on, man, that's disrespectful. And you up there cheesing with these guys after the game. See, LT just wouldn't do that, man. And we need, I think our line has been tamed, man. That's just what it is. I think he came out with this different mentality. I think he's gotten here, man, and seen the things that he can get just by doing what he's doing. And I think he's just kind of living it up right now, living a life right now, man, and not really concerned about being the greatest ever.
Yeah,
that's it for me, man. I appreciate you, Lord.
Appreciate you, B-Bird, and good conversation, man. This all started, man. If a lot of people, and I'm old enough to remember this, and I this is way before I wish I had YouTube at the time. I have 3-4 million subscribers. I remember how people gave Tony Romo such a difficult time. After a loss, he said, if this is the worst thing to ever happen to me, then I lived a good life or something like that. Who remember that quote bar for bar, right? And people took that out of context, and I get it. That's when I knew for sure that they would love you, they would worship the ground you walk upon, but if you say the wrong thing, they would never forgive you for that. And they never forgave Romo for saying that, And Parsons is what Romo's statement is in live form, right? Like if the Cowboys, we take games to the heart, man. When we lose, when Cowboy fans lose, man, or when our team lose, it feels as if though it's the end of the world. Because I've seen with my natural eyes, Saints fans or Atlanta Falcons fans or even the Steelers to a degree, when they lose, they still come over to troll us, That team didn't even win that weekend, but they still trolling us. Even Eastside Harold to a degree. His team was getting dog walked one time, and he would still be over here in the chat talking about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, dog, did your team even win? But it's just how it is, man. Like, when we lose, the whole world stops, man. The food tastes terrible. The water is nasty, man. And then we get talked about. And we don't have no way of defending that because it's 3-ladder, 4-ladder network. Have y'all looked up how many views Stephen A. Smith get and Colin Cowherd and all of those boys get? So that's millions upon millions teasing us, man. We get bullied everywhere we go. And there's only a few of us that stand ground firmly, right, and would defend and represent the Star correctly, even in the midst of us losing, right? That's not going to fold up like wallets nor lawn chairs, right? And we would stand tall going, fighting for them, and then the whole time that they got the mass of the ability to influence a people, right, for us to agree collectively on what they said, right? When Skip Bayless balled up Ezekiel Elliott jersey and threw it in the trash, I look at it like, man, he should never be able to say that he's a Cowboys fan. How are you going to take what is sacred and royal and all of that good stuff with the silver and blue with the star on the side to ball that up and throw it in the trash can? How are you going to do that? Because of what his performance is. And for him to do the quarterback like that, and for him to do it for clicks or views or what have you, and millions upon millions of views, what will happen is that the mind is such a fragile thing that people will begin to partake on his ideal and do the same. That's how influences are, right? And they would take their jerseys off and throw it in the trash. They would start, because I hear so many people on this channel regurgitate the same thing what the 3-letter and the 4-letter network says, right? And they take them as if though that they are saying is facts. Right? So many of y'all come over here with the Shay Sharp sayings. Oh, man, with empty calorie stats. So many of y'all, that was created to hate upon the Cowboys, right? When it matters the most. You know, all of those things, Dink and Dak, you know, all of those things were designed to tear upon the very much so thing that you're supposed to support, that you're supposed to have their backs. So we don't have that kind of caliber of player here that will stand tall to the media, right? That will stand tall against the ops, right? We got all of this docile stuff that come around, and when we finally got a generational talented player like a Parsons, he's the mindset of the new world. Of being friendly, of helping someone up after he knock him down, right? To do the jersey swaps, right? So we don't even have it here in our own house. We don't have that mean pit bull, that mean dog that say, hey, it's good now, but don't go over there. Don't pet him. Yeah, that thing got teeth over there. Don't be nice to him. No. You got to keep that one. Beware of dog. We don't have that here. Because everybody is the friendly lion. Everybody is the friendly dog. Cute and cuddly. Oh, it's so cute. What is that? You got a Shih Tzu? Oh, my, what's his name? You know. No, this is a Yorkie. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's a Pomeranian. Oh, it's so nice. No, we need us a mean dog, man. Someone to say F the media, man. F you for saying that, too. Yeah. We need us like one of those players over here. Just one or two. Yeah. We're going to destroy the Browns, man. F what y'all talking about. We need somebody like that, man. We did when we had guns a-blazing. They made it a whole nother conversation. You know, but we always got, look, every game that we got, we better be worried about the Browns, man. Oh, man, they going to get down on us, man. Oh, man, we don't never stand tall and say, man, the Browns better be worried about us. Hey, man, did you see week 3? Oh, we got to play against the Ravens. Oh, no, that's a physical team. We cowards over here, man. We supposed to say the Ravens better worry about us. Shoot. Oh, week 8? Well, week 8 on the schedule, man. Oh, the Niners, man, they better be worried about us. What happened to those boys? What happened to them boys? What happened to us Cowboys standing tall and sitting there saying that, hey, we finna be the new kids on the block. So, yeah, they beat us bad last year, but it's our turn to beat them bad. What happened? We are so docile as fan base plus players now and coaching to a degree. I hope that Mike Zim can change it, man. That win now, laugh now, cry later. That should be, look, all of that marketing stuff, we should be marketing that on week 8 instead of doing that doggone schedule release thing with calling people on the phone that was other team members of other teams. No, we should be sitting here saying on week 8 whenever we play the 49ers, laugh now, cry later. Be prepared to cry. Why are they going to cry, Law? Why are they going to cry? Because Spartans! Prepare for glory! That's what that need to be going on, man. But we supposed to be docile, man. We supposed to say, hey, man, Better watch out for Green Bay, man. They beat the brakes off of us, so now we should bow down. We should be on our hands and knees, man. You know, we should be going through this schedule line and telling people, watch out for Big D. We coming in here. When we swing, it get dark. Yes, indeed. And if you don't like it, hey, just get down because we swinging here, baby. It's Big D. Over here, this is who I am, you know. I'm walking into this thing boldly with grace and mercy. You can't even get into the heavens, man, without walking boldly like this is your home, right? We should be walking around here saying that, yeah, 12 and 5, 12 and 5. Yeah, I get it. But this night now is going to be a situation where we ain't finna leave stuff on the table for the 2024 season. And whatever happened last year, that was last year. We coming in here, is going to be bones that's going to be broken, hearts that's going to be stabbed. And we coming in here knee deep with some stuff over here. No fear. Time to get nasty, man. Yeah, we should be walking into this thing, but man, we timid walking around here. I get people all the time, why you got that Cowboys stuff for, man? Cowboys are trash, but I'm not. I'm here. We outside, baby. That's what they say out here in Texas. Hey, when we outside, man, well, I'm outside, baby. It's 150 degrees. I'm outside. That's what we need, man. Come on, man. We be having dinner, we be having a seat at the table, man, with the enemies, man. You know? Talking about, hey, you want some more? No. We eat first. Ain't that right? From the 206, you in the mix, man. You're live on the nation. This is my guy, MJ. Talk to me.
What up, Locke?
What's good with
you? On that channel. You killing it.
Yo, hey, man. Come on with it.
I'm just thinking what you say. Hey, out here at the Cowboys Nation, I go against anybody, any other team, and in front of everybody, and I be destroying them, y'all. Mm-hmm. They try to come with Philly. I said, nah, y'all ain't won in 60 years. Y'all shitty. You can't talk to me.
Yeah.
I got 5 titles, and y'all might talk because y'all won in 2016 or 17. You know, I say, we won play calling away from going to get that chip. And what I mean by that, to help everybody on here, and I got to give it to Darius, this is going to be up to McCarthy, to put Dak Prescott in the right position to win them games.
Yeah.
He got to stop calling wrong plays and putting that man in the wrong position. And no hands Johnsons, some of them receivers, when that man do get the ball to you,
right,
and it's third and 3, and he throw a 5-yard pass to you, and you drop it, that's your damn fault. You can't blame that on the quarterback. And then the next play, something go wrong because this dummy dropped the ball. You see what I'm saying? That's what's been happening to the Cowboys. Like 50% of the team, 50% of the people hate Dak Prescott. But I love the brother because the brother got heart. He's trying to win. You think this man come out here trying to lose? No. He's my quarterback. Just like Terrell Owens said. He's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback. Yeah.
Hey, and that's how the Cowboy fans got to be. You can't let nobody come on the podcast and talk smack about your players.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna beat me in a conversation. It could be 1,000 Philly fans and one me, and you give me the microphone. I'm gonna piss them off. They're gonna want to fight me because I'm gonna break down real stuff to them. Your team is crap. Y'all keep overpaying for all these players. You paid $50 million. You spent about $500 million, and y'all still let us tie y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all, we beat y'all. You spent all that money. What? Hey, what? Huh? Y'all crap.
Yeah.
And,
get him.
I see what the Jones is saying. No, they're not really lying, Law. God, the players we had last year is better than Philly, and the players we got this year is better than Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Them corners they got this year gonna get their ass torched. I'm telling you. They brand new. They gonna get torched. They new. They gonna get torched. Their linebackers are sorry. Only thing they got their deep tackle, and y'all talking about Monty, that big number 9 got his ass beat by number 73.
You keep going, yeah.
Now we put that big center, whatever center, and I might even get mad at 67 because even if we didn't draft BB, Y'all got to get number 6. Listen to Cowboy fans. 67 been working with the offensive guy. You know the T-shot lineman out of block.
Oh, you talking about Duke Manny? Weather, yeah.
67, y'all, been practicing with Duke Manning. That means he want it, y'all. You know y'all talking about, man, that's what you want, Cowboy relation. Y'all might not like that kid, but that kid like, fuck that. Excuse my French.
There
He
you
said,
go.
I ain't letting BB take this spot. He said, man, I'm fighting for this. I'm trying to feed my mom and them. I'm trying to feed my grandma. I'm fighting. He practicing. But BB doing the same thing. Guess who else doing it? I found out number 76 is working with Duke Manning too, y'all.
Let's go
you
with
know number 76?
That's the Thomas kid, or no, the Brock Hoffman, is he? One of those boys.
No, that's the guy from Carolina.
Okay, yeah, awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody's been they want it. That's all you
No
gotta
doubt,
do.
man. MJ, appreciate you for calling in, fam.
Yeah. So one more shout out to Law Nation for his show. Everybody hit them like, and Cowboy fans, stay focused. Forget them other teams. Let's get this chip.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. That's my guy, MJ, man. Look, and I get it, man. My guy, Reginald said, yeah, man, I think he said, yeah. He said, Law, the only thing about what you are saying is keep repeating the same outcome. Fans are just tired of being stuck in gear. Yeah. And this is my only rebuttal, and I'm not beating you up, but there should be, and of course, this is an old chart line because you can just add another year to it. You just add another year to it, meaning that it's been 29 years for the San Fran. I get it. Nobody is going to say, yeah, man, at least I got Beyonce number. She don't call me back, but I got her number, man. I got Ice Spice number, but she don't hit me back up, man. Maybe because I'm a munch, man. I guess. And I got Myers on the side. Yeah, you get all of the numbers. Are you hitting? Are you calling? Oh, my bad. Pause. Are you, well, not pause, but you guys get what I'm saying. Are they calling you back, right? Are you able to score with it? No. So these fan base, there should be no other fan base talking then. The Bills shouldn't be talking right now. The Lions shouldn't be talking right about now. Chargers, Browns, Dolphins, there are people that's on this list that's talking noise about us, right? They got a longer drought than us. Yes, conference championship, going there and winning that. Yeah. But there's no parade for that, right? So that's just what I'm saying. But it's one of those things where it's, as a fan, as a true and real true fan, man, we got to stand our ground with this, man. Hey, right now there shouldn't be not one Cardinal fan in this building talking smack about us, man. Like that's in great grandfather territory, man. 75 years. 75 years. Come on, man. That's Cardinal fan that were talking noise to us last season, man. I'm just saying. Jets fans, too, they were talking noise last year to us, man. 54 years. It's 55, absolutely. I'm going to have to update this list right here, and add a year to it. Right now, the only team that can really talk noise is KC. And, of course, you don't see them on this list, right? You don't see Kansas City Chiefs on this list. Yeah. Eastside Harold talk the most. They haven't even been. Yeah. They haven't won, I meant to say. Bengals never won. And they be talking noise on this side, So, yeah, we're in a drought. And I get it, man. And we're tired of it. I'm tired of it. But, man, what team y'all want me to root for? I can't do it. My teeth will fall out. I'll be Law Nation, gum Law Nation. I can't talk. My beard, my facial hair will fall off my face if I start rooting for another team. Yeah. That's just how it is, man. I got my guy, Point Dexter, man, from the 409. What's on your mind? Talk to me, man. Point. Yeah. D Shift from the fold now. What about you? You're live. Talk to me.
What's good, Law?
Not much, man.
Nah, man. If you're gonna like lose your teeth over rooting for another team, go be an Eagles fan, dog. Yeah, you fit right in.
Yeah.
Fit right in over there. But nah, man. Speaking of the Eagles, man, and just kind of like just touching on the things you know talking about. You know, all in all, you know, we have these like internal battles, you know, as a fan base. You know, we kind of have like that doomsday mindset.
Right.
So, and just thinking of like, I was looking at, you know, what's your boy, Shady and Joy and all them.
Right.
So they were sitting down and they were talking about the pressure that's on Jalen Hurts this year.
Mm.
Of course, you know, Shady's like, you know, no pressure, you know. And the things that they talk about is, you know, all the weapons he has, and just the guys he has around him. And then, like, James Jones just kind of kicks in and it's like, basically, like, you know, we're going to act like the back end of last year didn't happen. And so Joy's like, well, you know, people are allowed to have one bad year. And so you just kind of tell that into, like, what that goes through. And one of the reasons why people will say that, you know, he's not, he shouldn't be paid that money. Shady will also be a guy, because he basically talks about Jalen like he doesn't put him in the Mahomes, you know, elite type, but he's elite. So I'm like, how you gonna be elite, but you know you can't, you know, you're gonna be on a pitch count, you know?
Yeah.
That's what James Jones was talking about.
Mm.
And then, you know, Shady just turns to, no, he wins, and he gets in the playoffs. And I mean, you know, Dak, he's kind of will, you know, because they also talked about Josh Allen.
Right.
They're talking about with Josh Allen, you know, the pressure that you put on Josh Allen, well, you can't really, he'd have more pressure. And James Jones, well, you know, how you going to put pressure on Josh Allen when he's kind of lost out on certain players or whatever?
No
and
doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And they're talking about him willing his team to the playoffs. So Dak's just always done that, you know, will his team to the playoffs. So pay that man, bro. Well, that's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Man, appreciate you, D Shift, man. Good call from him. Here's my thoughts on all of this, man. Every team outside of the Cowboys can have a loaded team. We have to make our loaded team loaded due to what we have already on our team. Right? Because everybody will say, hey, man, Law, man, we had 9 All-Pros, bro. Right? 9 All-Pros. That's a loaded team. But when you really look behind everything and you look under the hood, you will see, yeah, none of those boys could run the ball. Yeah, none of those boys could stop the run. And, yeah, most of those guys are homegrown guys. But those teams that lift up that Lombardi trophy or those teams that make a deep run in it, they went out there and got their players, star-studded players. So everything, since we are in the prime time slot, do get bumped up a bit. Whether if a player is bad, he's super bad here. If a player is good, he's super good here because everybody got eyeballs on said player. That's just how it goes when you playing with the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet. Expectations. Right now, there are higher expectations for the Cowboys than any other team in the National Football League. But we are the only team that got to do it more with less. Everybody else, hey, we seen with the MVP Ravens quarterback, Lamar Jackson, what did they say? Hey, he need better run game. Bull sugar, they was running last year at will. And what did they do this offseason? Oh, they went and got better at that department. I thought the MVP don't need all of that. They went and got acquisitions on their defense to get better. Not for worse. They didn't say, hey, man, let's see what Lamar would look like without run game, man. Let's see what Lamar would look like with lesser wide receivers, man. Well, let's see what Lamar Jackson would look like without that defense. No. C.J. Stroud, man, hey, he just blew the doors off the Browns. right? And then he got beat down the second week, right? They didn't say, well, hey, CJ, man, you're a first-round talented quarterback. Let's see if you can do it again with less weapons, man. Let's see if you can do it again, dog. Let's take away, man, let's not go get you a Joe Mixon. Let's not go get you acquisitions on the defensive side of the coin. Let's not go get you another true number one wide receiver so that you can have two number one wide receivers. No, they went and spent that money, man. And they built. They continued to build. But for some reason, the Cowboys, they look at it like, let's take away. And then get mad at it and then move the goalposts. Man, CeeDee Lamb, he's showing us promising future. Let's take him away. Let's take Amari Cooper away. No, I'm like, shoot, if he was good his next year, man, he'll be even better, man, with Amari Cooper. Nah, man, CeeDee Lamb, man, he's going to be the new number one wide receiver. Let's see him with, let's go with a Noah Brown. I can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, we good. We don't need to look at another running back. We saw what Tony Pollard was able to do before the injury, but he's going to come back, man, and he's going to be the same guy even if we surgically repaired his ankle together. And we are not and for us to hedge our bet, we'll go draft a running back in the 6th round. His name Tiny Deuce Vaughn. 5'3.5" or 5'4", however tall he is. We're going to match that up, and we going to the Super Bowl. That's just how it is. So what we got to do is we got to move better. I got my guy from the 603. You're live on the nation. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, Law? What's going on, man? I listened to Dak Attack, and I listened to Boss yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And to give my assessment, man, I think Micah is subtly trying to get out of Dallas. I mean, just from how he's moving, some of the things that you keep hearing coming out in the media, and it's a subtle, quietly, I want to get out of Dallas, and he's doing it, and I don't know. I think the biggest mistake the Cowboys did was got rid of George Edwards as a linebacker coach. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes because George Edwards kind of had his thumb on Micah. He kind of had his thumb. And another issue with the Cowboys, I was sitting here thinking about it. When Parcells was running the team, one of his parameters when he was drafting players was he wanted people or players that had been captains of the football team. He wanted captains, leadership. And there is no vocal leadership on the defense. None. And don't say D-Law is the vote. No, not I'm tired or we tired, boss, or hot boys. No, he's not a leader. The Cowboys haven't had a true leader on the defense. Oh man, I have to say DeMarcus Ware was a quiet leader, and maybe Jay Ratliff. But if we could just find a player like somebody that had a Charles Haley mentality, vocal Charles Haley mentality, but not. He doesn't even have to be as good as Charles Haley, but a player that on the defense that has a Charles Haley mentality. I think that would do wonders on the defense. It really would for our defense. And so I really think that we're fighting against ourselves because of Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones has us tied, has the team tied up, and you're not going to be able to do anything or make any moves that are going to be productive to get us over the hump until Stephen Jones gets out of the way. Gets out of the way. And the thing about it, I think his reputation is so bad around the league that agents don't even want to deal with him. That's a problem.
No doubt.
That is a problem.
No doubt,
you
Roy.
got agents that don't
Roy, I'm going to say this, though. I don't know what's in the mind of Parsons, right? I know that he loves the game in general, right? He loves this game. And right now he's in that shadowy place of do I get the money or do I don't get the money, I'm going to lean on getting the money because, football is not promised for me forever, right? And he's maximizing that side of his particular negotiation. But I seen Bosa, hold out. I seen Aaron Donald hold out. Zach Martin to a degree held out last season. So if those guys are privy to holding out, right, and he's getting like they did the Zach Martin said it was a soft holdout, right? So my thing is, I get it. I understand. And if he's leveraging himself out of it, I don't think for what Parson do as a player / individual marketing guy, I don't think he would have this fame if it wasn't for the Cowboys, though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is Myles Garrett a household name, and he's generationally talented over there in Browns land outside of football, right? Is Aaron Donald a household name? No, none of those boys are, right? And to a degree, we've seen other guys like, for example, let me just use the Neil Hunter. This dude had 17, 18 sacks last season. A lot of people wouldn't even know that until I say it. You know what I'm saying? So you get some of the fame and you get some of the glory with playing with the silver and blue on the side of the helmet, but you got to also understand that these guys should know how to leverage that, and they should be able to see that is the thing too.
Well, Law, maybe these young boys that they just drafted, Nealon and maybe Junior for Fioko, Nealon, and Luafau. Maybe there's some dogs in within them, man. It just say, hey, look, man, we're going to be vocal. We're going to carry this team because Mike, I think it would have been best, man, if we had a defensive leader on the team from the beginning when he was drafted. Somebody that was already on the team that was very vocal. Diggs is there's a difference in your level of vocality.
Right.
Whether there's people that are very quiet and they're vocal and they're leaders. Like Gilly. Gilly is a leader, but he's quiet. And I think Diggs is kind of the same way.
Let me just say this. Let me say this before I let you go, though, bro. Name me a ferocious dog. Just name me a breed like German Shepherd, Pit Bull, Rottweiler.
Yeah.
All of those dogs.
Cane Corso, Presbyterian.
Right. Those dogs by nature are vicious and ferocious dogs. But in order to be able to get the max usage of their aggressions, they have dog trainers. Not everybody can be a dog trainer, right? And if not, you're going to have that dog with those capabilities, but they would never have that ultimate success of being the type of dog that you want if they don't have the trainer. I think that when you think of it, you said a major word with George Edwards. Hear me out. Scott McCurley, shout out to him, but he would never be able to tame a lion. He would never be able to tame that particular dog that we had here. So that damn dog last year, he ran around with off his leash and everything, running all in the neighbor's yard, taking a dump there, and somebody said, hey, come pick this up, and all in the other neighbor's yard. And that's what Parsons was doing last season. Even though the skill sets was there, this dog and other dogs that's on his team was roaming free. I think that with Mike Zim, he's a trainer's trainer, right? He will be able to get Paul Gunter. He will be able to get Greg Ellis. He will be able to bring forth Coach Jeff Z. He got all of these boys that know how to handle some of these wild dogs that have been running around. And that's my only battle cry to your statement there.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro.
I agree with that. Yeah, man. All right, man.
Appreciate you, man. Yes, indeed. That's my guy, Roy. And I hope that you guys get me what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that this particular team, yeah, man, dog playful, man. We were beating up some teams with defense last year, but we didn't have a system. We didn't have a system in place, right? There was nobody to obey, right? When we say sit, get over here. Sit. Damn dog kept running, man. There was no discipline to that dog, you know? Yeah. We used to have a 132-pound Rottweiler, right? Dog can gobble up a little kid, right? Dog can kill the doggone trash man. 3 acres. I grew up on 3.5 acres of land. Dog don't know what a dog chain is or a damn dog house. But he knew my voice. And when I say sit, he sat. Right? I would put the dog food down. He was so well behaved, and he wouldn't eat it until I said, now you can eat. On my command. And if I said get him, you know, he gonna go get him. He knew my words, man. And that's a bad owner. Yeah, unfortunately, man, I was a bad owner. Don't Michael Vick me now, you know what I'm saying? Because I did some terrible things with a newspaper, man, on that wet nose, right? Spat a rod, spoil a child. That's just how it is, man. But that discipline was necessary. Right? If I never disciplined that dog, and when that trash man dude come down and pick up the trash and he get mad about something and he tear that ass open, you know what I'm saying, on that trash man, now I got a problem, you know, and he got a problem, medical problem. But that's what you got to do, man. You got to have you got to have a disciplinarian. And you got to have somebody, you know, you got to have somebody lobbying for you when you do something good. And we didn't have that last year. So yes, when it was holding calls getting not called on Parsons, what the hell Dan Quinn gonna do way up on top of the roof? You know, he can't yell at that official. This is a game of inches, baby. Yeah, this is a game of inches. So I need to have a coach that's on the sideline that can identify with my struggles, that can identify with my shortcomings, that can identify with my pitfalls, and be an advocate for me. So that when Parsons is like, hey, I'm getting held, man, this dude holding me. He got me in the figure four. He got me in the chokehold over here. I can't get off. That's not his job to do that. That's the damn coach on the sideline to tell that official that's running that side, pay attention to that offensive lineman 72. Pay attention to that offensive lineman number 70 or 71. He's holding my guy. Get it right, official. Need to be coming from someone else's mouth, right? And need to be when he's out there on these damn podcasts or he's talking on these airways. Look, you don't need to do the talking. Let law talk for you, man. Let Voch, let Sky, let somebody in these communities talk for you. Tell it to Michael Gelkin. Let him write an article on it, right? You don't need to say S-H-I-T about it. You just got to play the game. It's been like that for years. And yes, it will get down to somebody. We do about 3 to 5 million views a month. It will get to somebody. Give us the voice. Don't you be the voice. You don't need to be the voice because these guys will hold that against you. If you think I'm lying, how many calls did he get in that playoff game? Probably one, right? Held majority of the time. If you had the coach on the sideline and say, hey, the coach can be talking that yapping stuff. Hey, man, you better than this, man. Call that call next time, man. Hey, look at his hands. It's to the outside of the shoulder pad. Get it right, official. And then you can be on the sly. You can call him up on the fly, on the sideline versus, hey, pick up the phone. This is what I'm seeing. Yes, indeed. Common Sense Lab said, I got 4 Rottweilers that's trained that way. Yeah. Common sense be like this. Them dogs go get to eating, don't they? And then you live off of the I wish creed, you know. I be watching some of those Lifetime movies, and I said, man, all they needed was a few dogs in their backyard. This show would have been ended in 4 or 5 minutes. This show would have been over with. Yeah, somebody breaking into the backyard, shoot. In Texas, all you got to have is somewhere posted beware of dogs, just for legal purposes, you know. The sign was there. They broke into our backyard. Yep. And that dog had him a nice time with him. Yeah. He won't break into nobody else's yard, officer. Yeah. They may God rest his soul, you know. Yeah. That man would never walk again. Yeah. People don't come that way. Beware a dog, you know. I got from the 727, you're live on the Nation. Talk to us, man.
Hey, what's up, Del Law? This is Mr. Amos here.
Mr. Amos, talk to me, man. I'm being great, man. You going to close it out today. You the last caller. Talk to me.
Yeah. I tell you, if ain't nobody else on that team is serious, there's one damn man that is really damn serious, and that's Mike Zimmer. I don't think he got. I told Scott this. I don't think he got hired there for nothing. I think he got everybody there scared, even old fat boy Mike. Because when you yell and scream of players, you don't just yell and scream at your players.
Right.
You just don't yell and scream at your side. You yell and scream at everybody.
Yeah.
And when your fellow coaches are messing up, you give them the damn side eye also too, because all that stuff spread out.
Yeah.
Your boy better tighten up, because I don't think the Joneses never, ever hired a one-year coach. Never hired a one-year coordinator.
Yeah.
The only reason why he's probably there right now under that 1 year, they're just, all right, we're going to see what we're going to do with Mike. Maybe we can bump him up here, but you stay around here, Zim. You know, we like it. We got things going. And then especially if we handle that Shanahan tree, and they progress into the playoffs, Zim going to get all the glory. We got two good coaches, and that's my opinion. That can coordinate, got tricks up the sleeve, got can go into a bag, and can do some things. When you're coaching, it's just like a master chef thing.
Yeah.
You just get all the ingredients together, whatever they got there, and you can make a meal out of that. We had people like Garrett had all the gourmet stuff there and still came up with garbage. You had your boy there last year, Quinn. He come halfway in, but it just wasn't seasoned just right. It was just something missing. It looked pretty, but it was just something missing. Them, he don't care. He gonna get all that stuff together, and we're gonna make a beautiful meal together. Don't worry, Cowboy fans. Don't worry about what the Eagles doing. They load up with the same crap every year and crap out the same way.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's all I got to say. How about them Cowboys, and go Cowboys?
Let's go. That's Mr. Amos right there, man. You know, yes, indeed, man. Great call. And he's right, man.
Goodbye.
Put that fancy stuff away, man. You know, put that fancy stuff away. Have you ever went to those fancy places, man? And this is caviar. Oh, yes, and this is, red snapper that was caught this morning. Nah, man, give me the catfish, man. And, hey, where the mac and cheese at, man, with the extra cheese and everything? Man, sometimes you got to go places that you know that's fancy and eat before you get there and drink before you get there and probably eat after you leave there, because all of the food tastes like that styrofoam stuff they used to pass out in church, So, man, sometimes you got to do that. And this team right here, don't be giving me all of the fancy silverware and the big plates with the small amount of food. I'm a little dude, but I eat big. Man, give me the collards, man. Give me the greens, man. Give me the cornbread fried hard, Yeah. Burn mine just a little bit. I like the crust. Come on, man. Yeah, who gonna eat ribs, man, with a fork if you don't use your hands? Come on, man. But hey, man, the meat falling off the bone. Bull sugar, man. Give me those doggone, come on, man. Baked beans, man. Yeah, give me all of that stuff. Yeah. Come on, man. The Cowboys been too nice lately. Too nice. I'm talking about I want some food, some chicken, and all of that stuff that's so good, even if it hit the floor. I don't care how dirty the floor is, man. 3-second rule, man. Come on with it. Yes, sir. Sometimes you can be so privileged to a degree. Man, let's throw that food away. That's good food. Give that to the dog or something, man. Oh, my dogs don't eat table food. Man, bullshit, give that dog a piece of chicken, man. It give him worms, man. The dog gonna die then, Give him that table food, dog. That dog lived 15, 20 years almost. Dog been having high cholesterol and everything you eat too, That dog, man, what happened to that dog, man? That dog got dog diabetes, man. That dog be living a long time, don't they? With them doggone dogs. Oh, hey, my dogs only eat kibbles and bit. Can you imagine being that dog life, you know? They don't eat none of that good quality meat that you be eating. Come on, man. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. That dog be watching you the whole time you grubbing. And the dog just said, man, if I can just get a crumb, man, a piece of that skin from the chicken, man. Oh, my goodness, man. That dog, man, that living in some of these houses be living a rich life, but be terrible, man. Terrible. Yeah, be eating that unseasoned chicken, that unseasoned meatloaf. Dog be like, oh, man, I can't wait till I go over Law Crib, man. I can't wait till I go over somebody else's house, man, to just get a piece of that good food, man, that's falling from his table, man. And he slide me a little piece, man. Hey, man, he gave me his whole red beans and rice plate. Yeah. I'm just messing with y'all, man. Boy, we had a great show today. I thank all of you all that tuned in. I know we went overtime. It felt like I've been live for about 4 hours. Y'all let me know how long I've been live. I hope all is well. It is pitch dark out here in Texas during the daytime, man. It's crazy weather out here, man.
Damn!
No doubt, man. But I'm going to read through what they did at OTAs. I get it. Parsons, he showed up, but he didn't participate. We all know, man. This is a new age. It's all about it's about attention, and it's also about making sure you count your chickens. You know, make sure you count your chickens. That's what Marshawn Lynch said. Make sure you count your chickens. What was the exact quote? Y'all can put that down in the chat. But just be prepared, man. Be prepared to hear that there's going to be great what we want to say? Controversy, you know. Yeah, it's going to be great back and forth with a lot of stuff, y'all. And that sells, man, you know. And the Cowboys, I just want you guys to just be behind this team, man. Be real, of course, you know. But don't be that team of fans that say, hey, man, we going to lose. No. Get into the fight, man. At least throw a few punches, man. And then when you getting your ass whooped, then throw the towel in. And from there, you know, throw the towel in. Be the dude like, throw the towel in. What's the name of that movie, y'all? Yeah. But don't say, man, you're going to lose before you even get into the ring. I don't like them, you know. Yeah, I don't like them, you know. Protect your chickens, right? Yeah, that's what he said, Iceberg. Yeah. Chickens mean money. 2 hours and 24 minutes and 40 seconds. Shout out to you, DC, for life. Yeah. So take care of your chickens, man, and count your bread, man, or whatever slogan or whatever word play that he used. Take care of that. And that's what I'm all for all of these players to get their bags. But we're going to talk about the process of it, too. And who, you know, anything can happen in practice, right? And these boys, if you think long, you think wrong. And at some point, all of you guys, Rocky IV, appreciate you, you know, thank you. All of you guys would love to get paid early. Or when it's time for your payment to come through, regardless of whether you worked and you get paid $8.50 an hour, or you get paid $18 an hour, or you get paid $38 an hour, or $88 an hour. All of you guys want to get paid on time. I know that's how it was with me when I started off, when I got paid minimum wages and stuff, you know. I was like, where that check at? Yeah. I was satisfied. Even though I wanted more, right? So that's how I know in the hearts of hearts, y'all all the same way. Whether you make big money or little money, you want to get paid on time. You don't want to see, and here's the truth though. Here's the truth though. As long as it's within range, you okay. Shoot. As long as if you getting paid $30 an hour and then somebody come behind you and get paid $35, you okay a little bit, you know. But you just make sure all of yours is there, you know. That's what I believe is what's going on with CeeDee, man. You know, look, man, just don't be disrespectful to me. Don't give me 18. Don't give me 18, dog. But it's going to start off with 32 32 to 35. You know, come on, man. Don't do me wrong, man. Yeah, as long as it's within range. That's what I believe is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. And everything else will work its way out, you know. But you got to at least offer it. What they don't like is, hey, man, we're going to give you about 30. Yeah, we're going to do an increase of 30. And then they wait a whole another year. You said you were going to give me 30. That was last year, man. It's 40 now. And everybody else, you still getting 18, but everybody else getting 20, 25, 26. And you're like, shoot, man, you promised me 30, and everybody else is at least getting 22, 25. And you telling me to wait a whole nother year? Man, nah, dog, that's bullsugar, man. That's what's going on with these guys with contracting. Right? People fail to realize that. Money is money. That's why it's my needs. Need to get paid. Crazy statement yesterday. Certain person said, well, we're going to waive all medical bills. Not going to show up on your credit score. That's the foolish thing to happen. The economy is already bad. Please pay what you owe. Don't be deceiving. Don't owe people money. So you're going to hide and not going to go on a credit score. So you can't pay your medical bills, but you'll pay your car note on time? That don't make sense. That's operating backwards, man. We got to get better as a nation, as a country. That's foolish man thinking. So now the hospital's gonna be like, man, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get this money. They're gonna start denying people. That's what's gonna happen. It's a trickle-down effect. Although we can't check your score to see whether or not you are making payments on time, we're gonna do a hard search on debt to income ratio before we give you this. And what about all of these people with medical businesses that live for that money? That now folks can walk into a medical building and do all of these things and say, hey, you know, it's not going to hurt me. And then 5 or 6 years from now, when they change the bill, and then they're going to still say, hey, you owe us. That's what's going to happen. It's a trap, man. Don't do it. Not to get politically with you, but pay who you owe. And pay your medical bills. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, and it's business too, baby. It's business. Nothing politically about it collectively, but I got some business partners that's in the medical field. But it's a whole nother conversation. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, to lose all terror of your mind, if you would just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and all that's watching, if we offended anyone, charge it to our beards or our heads, not our hearts, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Damn!
Let's get it, baby. Whoa! That boy said, whoa!
Give me my theme music.
Hey. And appreciate all of those people, man, that supported this. Roll those credits. Let's get it, baby.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the film letter. Yeah.
Yeah, Malik Davis still on the team. Appreciate you.
Check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them.
You know, the saddest thing is we posted a deal with CeeDee Lamb, and I said, watch out, CeeDee Lamb. He's going to torch. He's going to torch the league. And they said, well, he torched the league last year, and it didn't do anything for us. Can you imagine how many years did my guy Randy Moss torch the league? There was nobody saying, hey, man, Randy Moss, man, he didn't get nothing behind it. Because how many rings do Randy Moss have? Huh? Come on, y'all. All I'm saying is support your guy, especially when it's not like CeeDee Lamb is Noah Brown. Come on, man. I don't think Randy Moss got him a ring, Sean D. Look it up. Randy Moss got 0 rings. Him and CeeDee Lamb got the same amount of rings. Come on.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Lately, I just wanna run
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
I want me some glory hole.
No doubt, man. We up out of here. Salute.